plug the fuck in right now, phone. There we go. Good shit. I'm at 5%. I don't need that dying. I don't need that shit dying. I look very sweaty. As I am. I am indeed very sweaty. Very sweaty right now. All the sweats. Mega sweats. Super sweats. Oh, and I found my speaker randomly in my house. It came back. So now I got this bad boy, and I guess I have an empty stomach. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. Because, I'm here now. Wow, this actually still has life on it? Holy fuck, there's still battery life on it. I thought they would have used it or something. There we go. Do that real quick. Cool. Where's the super chat button? Fund the Husky. I don't know. Well, I actually probably do need funds. I spent a lot of money tonight on merch and drinks and the whole shebang. Bought a bunch of drinks, a bunch of merch. I've already had the hat. Like, the hat game has been on lock for quite a while. And I got myself a Los Malblados bandana. I've been really wanting to support this band. Like, they've been really fucking awesome. Unfortunately, I did miss their set, but I did get to hang out with them for a while. Like, the trombone player, his name's Stevie, and I got to hang out with him in the mosh pit, and, you know, outside of the show. He happened to be right next to my bike talking to somebody else, and I was like, and once he finished the conversation, I was like, dude, what's up, you know, and just talked for him for like 15-something minutes for a while. So, you know, they're really fucking cool guys, you know, like, honestly, like, Los Malblados, like, those dudes are so fucking chill. It's awesome. And, they're also going to be playing at the Bossa Nova Ballroom as the opener for Fishbone on the 29th in July. So I'm going to certainly try to start I'm going to try to start going to that show, because I definitely don't want to miss that. Can we plug in phone? Oh my god, my phone is really not going to fucking be friendly to me today. Well, it was up until, I guess, right now. I don't know why I started reading Batman Who Laughs, which is Batman who lost his goddamn mind because Joker sprayed him 15 gas. Good comic, but I won't spoil how it ends. I don't care about spoiling that shit. I don't really, you know, especially right now. I'm lit, dude. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm in lit mode. Oh, look at my new shirt. From the Hub City Stompers, which are out from New Jersey. The guy, like a little jersey, this is like the rare exception of jersey that you'll ever see me have. Yeah, it's like, New Jersey, I usually see them as a bunch of asses, but you know what, I have been enlightened to a subculture of New Jersey that I'm just like, you know what, there's a pass, there's kind of a subculture of New Jersey, and I'm just like, you know what, there's a pass. Not all New Jerseyans are assholes. I have now been enlightened. I'm kind of kidding. I mean, honestly, I don't think everyone from New Jersey is an asshole. But, you know, it's the meme, you know, it's a joke. So, you know, I'm obviously playing around with it. But, I mean, nonetheless, dude, they fucking kicked ass. And, you know, I'm just really happy I got to see that band and St. Ferris. I really didn't know what to expect from these bands, but they just blew it out of the fucking park. Just utterly blew it out of the park. I was just fundamentally impressed. And also, I think this is the first show I got every band's set list. I literally have every band's set list over here. So I have the first band, Los Malblados, which honestly, I am sad because, dude, they played Bella Ciao. Dude, this band fucking played Bella Ciao, and I missed that. It's like, dude, like, I bet that song with their version of it fucking slapped, dude. I am so sad I missed that. And they have Dead Alt-Right, which I'm assuming is a song about the alt-right and, you know, fucking on them and shit like that. Actually, there's a lot of different songs I don't know about. They have Rodeados. I know Give It Up, and I know Sismo 9.5 and Guilty. But Pesadilla Americana, Daylight, I don't know, and Rodeados. But I do know of Bella Ciao, but that's obviously, you know, an Italian folk song. You never heard of it? Wait, which song? Bella Ciao? Wait, hold on. How have you not heard of Bella Ciao? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Let me play Bella Ciao. Dude, have you not heard of Bella Ciao? Wait, really? For, like, anti-fascist, like, you know, music, I mean, this is like a pinnacle. I just haven't. Well, you know what? Here, you know what? All right. Well, let me enlighten you. Let me fix this for you. I will fix this. Here. We shall fix this for you. Don't worry. We will enlighten you. I'm not going to talk schmack. I'm just going to enlighten you. I mean, it's a folk song, so it's going to be, you know, a little, probably maybe not your necessarily speed. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 la mattina, e sono arrivato, voto l'inverso, il partigiano, portami via. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 partigiano, oppa arriva. Necesito di morire, se li muoio de partigiano. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 la pensiglio de partigiano, de diversi seppelli, de seppellaro. It's Martinania. No, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 le settilasso. In Bandintania, tutte piombe di sbrefio. Sono nell'amore, e sono nel fiore. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 sono nel fiore. Indiam di fiore, sono nel seppelli. I was just exploring Italian death metal earlier. Nice! Death metal, huh? Ah, well, color me intrigued. I just like the international, why do you think I dislike this? Same vibe. No, I just wanted to hear how Italian blended with it. Oh. Well, I mean, honestly, I mean, like, why do you think I dislike the same vibe? Well, I mean, the thing is, I mean, it's an old Italian folk song specifically. So, I mean, obviously there's English translations of it, but this is kind of like one of the more common versions that you can find on the internet, is this one. I mean, and it's obviously anti-fascist, partisan, you know, like communist song, if anything. Not inherently communist, but it was used by communists and socialists predominantly in Italy during World War II as like a inspirational, you know, folk song, you know, for the partisans at the time. And because of that, it spread very quickly because it's a very easy song to learn, you know, rhythmically and lyrically, and something that's catchy. I mean, it's a very catchy tune. I mean, dude, you played Road 96. Like, one of the fucking little, like, side missions you do or some shit with that one chick. I forgot her name, but she has that little trombone mission that you do or whatever at that little trailer park. Like, the song that you played there is Bella Ciao. I mean, obviously they don't play the lyrics part, you just get the instrumentals, but nonetheless, same song. It's just a very popular, partisan, anti-fascist type of song. I didn't get that one. Really? Dude, are you sure? Like, I think it's like a main story mission. I'm pretty sure it's a main story mission where you have to, it's kind of like in part, you have to play it. Like, because every time I started a new game, like, the second, like, interaction / like, second mission and stuff like that, you know, it would be that trailer park where you meet that girl and play the trombone with her and stuff like that and get kicked out and all this other shit. I mean, like, you really didn't get that mission? So, I must have been lucky and just gotten that every single time I played the game. It's a fun one, though. I like it. Especially because I tried to actually play Bella Ciao with the trombone, and eventually enough times I was able to get it. I always got the gas station hostage situation. Well, I get that too. Like, I always got that as well. Like, I got all the main little, like, story mission, you know, situations. You know, including that one. Like, there was like a bunch of main story missions that you would basically do, like, that would be ever so slightly different depending on your gameplay and stuff like that. But nonetheless, it would be relatively the same. It's just, like, depending on certain specifics or how you decide to play it. You know, so, or depending on what choices you make, you know, so. I mean, honestly, for me, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's, like, I'm honestly just kind of surprised you haven't gotten it. You know, considering it would be like a main story type of thing. Oh, fuck, that was awesome. Oh, what did I do with the episode lists? I just had them over here. Oh, I have them over here now. Oh, but yeah, but speaking of, you know, so I have, you know, Los Malvados set, and then I have the Hub City Stompers, and this is their entire set list, which it looks like they took off 2 songs for their set list, but nonetheless, relatively kept it the same. You ever get the Rebel Bar mission? Yep, every time. And here is Save Harris' set list, which this set list is fucking huge. It even says up here, it's about a 75 to 90 minute set list. And I know I have the song Turn It Up. There's a few songs I recorded in here, so I know that much. Actually, you know what, hold on. You know what, speaking of which now. Where you choose whether to go to Earth's Peaceful. The Rebel Bar one? Yeah. Where you're in a negotiation room with the rebels and stuff. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oops. Oh, fuck. I probably just fucked it up here real quick. Oops, hold on. Let me fix it. Oops. I accidentally pulled up my camera instead of my gallery. Yep, I knew it. I was frozen for a second. Oops. My bad. Oops. Here, let me do this. Boom. Come on. Next, got Fanny killed. Papa Bear didn't like that one. I imagine he probably wouldn't. Oh, here. So there's the Hub City Stompers. I actually kind of got her at a funny little pick right there. But pretty good little quality for, you know, being a little bit off in the distance there for initially. Here. Let's play one of their songs. Don't know which one this is yet. I'll have to you know, correlate. Oh, this is Leave Me the Fuck Alone. Yep, it is. I knew it. Leave me the fuck alone. Hub City. Yeah, Hub City Stompers. Yeah. Like I said, they're from New Jersey. So actually, you know what? That makes sense. Radar doesn't know the Fallout lore like I do, I forget. Well, the hub is, like, isn't that, like, DC? It's what our merchants are in Fallout. Yeah, like, isn't that, like, outside of DC? Which Washington, D.C. is in Maryland, which Maryland is, borders New Jersey, doesn't it? She's got a good voice, too, by the way. No, it's in California. Oh, really? Okay, well, I guess I don't know the lore like I thought I did. I love this song. We're in San Diego. Oh yeah, okay, now you remind me. Yeah, it is in San Diego. I think this is your song, dude. Leave me the fuck alone. Dude, I think this might be your song. Low-key, though. Your dad was born in San Diego and dad in New Orleans. Right. Oh, that's pretty cool. Actually, man, truly American mud. Well, so am I. My mom was born in Dallas, Fort Worth, and my dad was born in Montana. To be fair, I don't know specifically where because he was adopted. I'm pretty sure in Billings, but somewhere in Montana. Oh, and also both sides of my family migrated a lot for their ancestry. Like, my dad's side of family migrated a lot for the Midwest and New England and, like, Northern America, and my mom's side for Southern America. Which stayed in California. Honestly, man, like, dude, you know, for all the flaws of California, I mean, dude, California is a fucking vibe, bro. I mean, you know, even, look, as an Oregonian, I'll, you know, talk some shit about California. I will admit that. But, you know what, like, the entire West Coast, Oregon included, is a fucking vibe. And California's part of that. So, I mean, you know, like, all the West Coast states will kind of, like, you know, josh at each other a lot, you know, but, you know, we all know we're a vibe. You know, we all, like, all of our, you know, all three of our states are a fucking vibe over here, okay? Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, I understand that, man. Plus, it's just easier to get up to any of the other really cool places up in the West Coast, too. Like a smoking carrier, do I need to wait until for weed to be federally legal? Well, I mean, I'm obviously waiting until it's federally legal. Oh, and I also just found out Measure 114 fucking got approved in a federal court. But I know Oregon passed something. Well, yeah, well, it was being challenged. And actually, it's still, funny enough, on hold. Despite it being approved by a regional federal court, it's still on hold and is potentially going to be challenged and go up to the Supreme Court, which actually, funny enough, like, you can, like, unironically, like, 114 might actually get shut down because of that. If honestly, Measure 114 goes up to the Supreme Court, dude, with our current Supreme Court, that shit's going to be turned down. Like, I mean, I already know it. So it's like, I mean, in a weird, fucked way, I kind of hope it goes to the Supreme Court. Because honestly, Measure 114 was honestly such a fucking flop, dude. I do not like it. Like, because the thing is, like, I'm okay with the idea of, you know, permits and training and stuff like that, but the exact way they went with it was flawed and basically just gave the jurisdiction to police and giving them total credence and the ability to approve or disapprove people of, you know, permits and thus, you know, firearm access. Which a lot of lefty/minority communities, you know, are very, very fucking skeptical about Measure 114 because of that. Whether it's the queer community, black communities, or the Latino communities and stuff like that. I mean, it's not just right-wingers that are upset about Measure 114. There's a lot of leftists like me that are also upset about it. I mean, I've made my fucking position about Measure 114 very clear here on streams. I don't like it. I disapprove of it, and I voted against it. And continuously will, you know, advocate against it. I mean, at least for that specific style of the bill. Like, if it was honestly worded in a fundamentally different way and structured differently, I would be in support of it. But the way it is, no, I don't. Was 114 where the cops decide to have gun? Yes, that's basically it, and also requires sheriffs/police departments to essentially have a system in place to train/give people permits and do training and stuff like that for people who want to purchase guns. And because of that, a lot of police departments and sheriff's offices don't have that. Like, I have one near my county that was already there because they have a fire range and shit, you know, so I do have a local sheriff's office that kind of already has that, you know, logistics in place, but not every fucking place got that. And, you know, even with, you know, all the delays and stuff, a lot of these, you know, police departments / sheriff's offices and counties and stuff were more thinking that it probably wasn't going to go through, so they haven't done anything about it. So now that it's been approved, even though it's still on hold and all this other shit, like, I mean, there's still nothing really in place. So we're still in this weird fucking limbo bullshit. It's just so annoying. I hate it. I just, honestly, Measure 114 was really, frankly, just an emotionally partisan charged fucking bill. I mean, at least liberally partisanly charged. I mean, it's just like, I mean, it was just so poorly done. Because the intent, I agree with. Like, I'm not against the intent of the whole idea, right? Like, I mean, that's my thing. I just want, like, a very specifically detailed and nuanced fucking thing about it that just was not there. It was botched. Can't find anything saying same Arizona, so I'm gonna wait until they change that or federal legalization happens. Yeah, I mean, because I know Oregon, because I know what you're talking about with the idea, yeah, you can carry and smoke weed. Yeah, which, by the way, why do you think I'm so loose about it? Because I know the laws here. I'm privy about the laws here in the state. I'm aware of what's, you know, the laws around here. Like, I ain't dumb. I'm not an idiot. You know, so, like, I mean, when it comes to that, like, I mean, I recognize what the laws are here and shit, and basically the whole thing is, it's not technically legal. It's decriminalized, and it's non-enforced. So, if you happen to be a stoner, but also happen to have a firearm, that's non-enforced. They're not going to do anything about that, really. Unless you happen to be doing a crime or something like that, then they will do something about that. But if you just happen to, you know, be like stopped on a traffic stop or something like that, and you just bought some weed from dispensary and you have like a concealed carry in your car, they're not going to do anything about that, honestly. Like, I mean, there's, you know, like, the likelihood of people getting fucked because they have a weapon and also smoke weed is very fucking minimal here. Because pretty much everyone and their fucking mother smokes weed in Oregon. Like, if they're gonna fucking, you know, crack down on that type of firearm ownership and marijuana usage, they're gonna have to crack down on fucking every Oregonian, frankly. Outside of maybe like 10 people. You know, like, I mean, honestly, I'm just being fucking blunt with that one. No pun intended. Because, I mean, there ain't no way they're going to be able to enforce that shit. And also with the magazine capacity thing. And even then, it's retroactive. So, the magazines that I have, my 75-round drum, my 4 40-round magazines, all my 30-round mags, those are grandfathered in. So, you know, they can't do anything about my shit. So, and if you think about that, what's to necessarily stop somebody else, you know, from maybe going out of state, grabbing those same style mags, coming back, and let's say, you know, they get, you know, like, you know, a search at their house or something like that. You know, how can the cops prove that they bought those out of state, right? They can't. Like, because I bought all my shit online. All my magazines are online. I bought that online. Do you think I have the fucking receipts for that shit? Fucking no, I don't. That shit all came from, like, fucking Carolina, Texas. I don't fucking know where. I don't even remember. Like, I know some of them were from Gun Mag Warehouse and Pomelo State Armory. And I know Pomelo State Armory has a lot of shops in North and South Carolina. So, I know some of them came from the Carolinas. You know, at least I know that much. But beyond that, I don't know. I mean, who knows? And frankly, who gives a fuck? I mean, they're mags. I mean, they just help cycle rounds through a gun. I mean, if we want to regulate that, yeah, and let's have a very nuanced idea about how we have, you know, permits and, you know, restriction on accessibility. Because I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not necessarily against that, but, you know, let's find, you know, like a good way to, you know, not prohibit, you know, an average Joe like me, you know, from, you know, all the little bits, pieces, and all the little things that, you know, I enjoy out of it. Same thing for anybody else, you know, and basically, you know, prohibit somebody who would be at risk, not just to themselves, but to other people, or, you know, whether because they're, you know, have violent tendencies, or they're just a fucking idiot and just are not safe around firearms and just don't know what they're fucking doing, whatever the fucking reason is. Like, I mean, then let's have a very strict system in place for something like that, like, and have a permit system, like, you know, when it comes to things like that. I am okay with that. You know, I ain't gonna say no to that, but Unless, you just let cops give the jurisdiction on the whole shebang and be like, all right, let the cops figure it out. It's like, no. It's like, oh, wow, what? Like a progressive fucking position to let cops have a dictation over that. So I thought we were all ACAB and fuck 12 over here. I guess not. Because why should I trust them on me being qualified for a firearm or not? I don't trust them. I trust the feds, frankly, because they allowed me to get my last 2 guns. Because, there's a very cohesive background check and the whole, thing in place already. It's just that, let's have the extra steps. Because having those there ain't a big deal. At least I don't think it's a big deal. I don't give a fuck. I'm okay with going for that process, even if it takes like an extra week or 2 for me to get the gun. Oh no. Oh, I have to be patient. It's like, my lord, dude. It's literally basically the fact that people just don't want to be fucking patient and frankly might just be hiding some shit about themselves, honestly, when it comes to that type of shit. Because at least for me, being a gun advocate and a pro, pro arms type of dude, like, I can recognize when maybe some motherfuckers should not be having one, or be anywhere near one, or even fucking looking at one, let alone be near one, right? Like, I can recognize that type of shit. So let's have a system in place for that, but if there's so many people who are going to be like, over that, then what's that say about them? It's like, because they really just undermine and really, in a way, make us look fucking stupid and demonize, responsible gunners like me, when it comes to that type of shit, because, like, honestly, I haven't really touched my firearms in a while. I haven't went shooting in a long time. Like, I don't really think about them that much. Like, they're just there. Like, so what, it's like, big whoop. I just wish, a lot of other people would be like that, honestly. So stable, I can have fully auto okay. Nah, bro. Even if let's grant you that, you would have to go for a process where arguably I think you should at least have to wait like a month or 2 before you get that, and have to go for a process before you do. I'm just saying, like, cause I would have to go for it too. I'm not excluding myself. I would think I would have to do that, and everybody else. Like, there would have to be a very strict process or something like that, in my opinion. Not just like a little, like, pull the trigger as fast as you can and that's how fast it shoots type of gun. Semi-auto. Like, ain't the same. Don't go to Florida. They're making hospitals check your citizenship before treating you and forcing them to turn away illegals, which is against the Hippocratic Oath, by the way. It is. A doctor and a nurse, like, based on the Hippocratic Oath is, like they're meant to treat people regardless of their citizenship status, insurance status, anything else. Like, there at least is a bare minimal fucking standard about that, even with our healthcare being fucked. But then again, Florida's a shithole backwater anyway, and you're gonna really catch me stepping foot in that fucking shithole anytime soon. That Nazi wasteland. Honestly, like, you know what? Like, hot take, but Disney should literally just shut the fuck down Disney World or Disneyland, whatever that Disney is. They should literally just shut it down and be like, you know what? No, we're done. We're closing up shop. We're gonna, have everything, closed down. We're gonna make sure everything's all, properly ordered and everything else in between. Like, we're gonna make sure the park is all right and everything else. But guess what? We're done. We're not having any more customers. There's no more economic money flow going on here. We're done. We're out. And, and just, like, give, like, some sort of, like, pension leave, pay, to all the workers. And until, the Florida state, decides to reverse course on, some of these more egregious policies they done, they ain't opening it up. Keep the workers there, so they could do at least, some maintenance and, fucking, clean, make sure the park's all right and kept up and, all that shit. But, like, shut it down. Don't let anyone in there. Just close that shit. Just fire everyone to save money. Well, if Disney kind of cared a little, just even a modicum of a fuck about their, image, they would, not do anything about the workers on that one. They would leave them there, or at least give them, like, some sort of, like, paid leave or something. or like, you know, give them like some sort of subsidy or pension to transfer to Los Angeles or any of the other Disney locations. Like, they will give them, if they were smart, they would give an option to those workers to be like, hey, either you can have like, you know, some sort of an exit fund, you know, or exit plan, you know, some pension for you, you know, on your way out, or, you know, if you want, it will help subsidize you to move either to like LA, you know, or Anaheim, you know, where Disney lands over there, or any of these other places. I mean, if they, you know, were smart about it, they would do some shit like that. And just shut the fuck down on Florida, because the main chunk of Florida's economy is Disney. So if they shut that shit, and Universal too, like, you know, if Disney and Universal kind of, you know, squeeze a little, you know, some money between each other a little bit and be like, hey, let's, you know, kind of organize like a very specific thing like that. Like, if Universal and Disney over there in Florida fucking shut down at once, or at least relatively at the same time, dude, Florida's economy will fucking crash. I mean, that shit ain't gonna last long. It's barely holding on by a thread. Like, Florida is just it's becoming more of a backwater by the day, just because this economy is literally getting more fucking crippled. Because DeSantis has been so fucking gung-ho about Disney and all this other shit anyway. We're gonna shut down all goods services to divide his guild and SOG. Good luck with that, because a lot of the goods and services given to the Writers Guild and SOG and the strikers are, you know, done in solidarity by the community and other unions and other workers and stuff, usually out of their own pocket. I'm kidding, I just say these things to annoy his union, man. I kind of figured he did. I know you kind of like to annoy me. It's why I don't, like, totally go fucking animosity and, like, at you. Like, if some other motherfucker was, then I probably would. But, like, you know, I know you. You're a little troll. You do a bit of trolling now and then. That's okay. I do it too. It's fine. To feed water to strikers. Good luck. Let's say they even do that. How in the fuck are they gonna, like, enforce that? Like, what, just strike break right out? Like, that basically is just literally an excuse to union bust a strike break. It's literally an excuse to just, you know, make striking illegal. Because guess what? At a certain point, you're going to be a little thirsty on the strike line. And you're going to want some water. Like, that's just literally a loophole. Like, that's literally just like a loose way of saying, let's make striking illegal. Fuck their asses, dude. You know what? Even if it is illegal, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck the law. Some laws are meant to be broken, so fuck that shit. Somebody made it illegal to feed water to people waiting in line to vote, and that is also bullshit. Like, that shit, like, because the thing, I know the excuses why they do that, because they think it would help influence people's votes, which I think is bullshit. And honestly, you want to know how I think they can circumnavigate that? Have, like, the polling station itself. Have some of the people that are working at the polling station, who might not necessarily be doing anything, or some shit like that, you know, have them specifically do it. Because they're federal workers at that point. They're like county workers. They're like state workers. So, like, they're meant to be nonpartisan. And if they're, you know, going to the entire line of people, regardless, you know, of their affiliation as a nonpartisan state worker, make sure they're hydrated, they can't make that fucking argument. I mean, so, like, that's bullshit. Like, you know, like, I mean, because, like, you know, just fuck that shit, dude. I mean, seriously. That shouldn't be a thing. Like, I mean, you know what? As far as I give a fuck, there should literally be, like, a food truck, a food cart, you know, like, you know, a motherfucker out there with a hot dog stand, for fuck's sake. I want, like, you know, I want the goods, dude. I want the whole nine, bro. Like, I want to see that shit in, like, some polling lines, dude. Like, seriously. Like, I mean, fuck this idea that it should be illegal. I mean, honestly, like, you would think these capitalist robber barons will see that as good business, because, like, oh, yes, small business owners can make a little extra profit. You know, mark out the price a little bit. What? Yes. A small bag of chips gonna, as if someone's gonna, yeah, I mean, seriously. If someone wants to influence my vote, give me some money. Like, I'm just gonna thank you for giving me water and some chips or something. I'll be like, hey, thanks, bro. And just move on with my day. Like, I ain't gonna give a fuck. Small business keyword there, ignore. Well, you know, like, how, you know, a good, I mean, like, not every small business is like, you know, some angelic, you know, great place and stuff. Like, a lot of them also kind of sip for these big fat cats too, because they think they could be that too. So, I mean, you know, there's a certain degree where some fat cats will play around, or at least, you know, give some crumbs to certain small businesses if they're at least willing to play ball enough. I mean, there's plenty of times where that shit happens. So, I mean, like, I guess yes and no. I mean, that one's a little more complicated. It just kind of depends on, you know, the economic situation in the region, I suppose, on that one. In your area, probably nowhere near as much, but in my area, yeah. Like, there's a lot of regional small businesses that are basically intertwined with fat cat big corporate business and shit, you know, like, you know, it's fucking bread and butter. So, I mean, you know, it depends. But at the same time, there's a lot of small businesses out here that are mom and pop shops that are fucking great and absolutely amazing. So, you know, at least around here, it's relatively, you know, mostly good, but a mixed bag, you know, to a certain extent. Fat cats don't care about, well, yeah. At least, you know, I imagine, especially around where you are. Mom and pop restaurants around here all sim for Coca-Cola. And that's kind of partly what I mean. Coca-Cola has a vested interest in having small businesses like them having a strong investment into Coca-Cola. I mean, Coca-Cola, like, you know, the top executives might not be really necessarily thinking about that. You know, especially when they might not be thinking about, like, you know, Jane's Diner or some shit in Alabama, right? Like, they ain't going to necessarily be thinking about that specifically, but they're going to be thinking about those little variables broadly, though. They're going to be thinking, like, and realizing there's going to be small businesses, little diners, these little places that are going to have a lot of, you know, Coke products, and it's in, you know, Coca-Cola's vested interest to make sure, at least to some extent, they stay afloat, so they have, you know, more money, you know, that they will get from those type of businesses on top of, you know, major corporation chains, you know, which helps, you know, cycle and continue their fucking maximization of their capital and profit. I mean, like, you know, it's like, and it's besides even, you know, then it's like Coca-Cola is literally such a staple internationally. Like, you can literally see like Coca-Cola spray painted in places like in fucking Africa, for fuck's sake. I mean, it's everywhere. Same thing for the Golden Arches and a lot of other big corps. Even if freaking chain restaurants in town are all in Coke's pocket because the Coleman Pepsi is taxed 3 times the rate of Coca-Cola. Damn, dude. Well, I'll read that a little later. Even if freaking, yeah, but I mean, Pepsi is taxed 3 times more than the rate of Coca-Cola. Well, see, honestly, that kind of proves my point. I mean, it's like because Pepsi wasn't able to, you know, solidify the market there, Coca-Cola did. So that means that whatever small business or big business or any business, you know, that happens to be in that region, they're going to have to do business of Coke when it comes to things like sodas. Because if not, then there's going to be an upcharge, basically, you know, with the state, essentially, because they have a strong grip in the economy there. So, I mean, honestly, like, it kind of shows, like, and proves the point of what I'm talking about. I mean, you know, they don't necessarily think these things. And, whoa. My phone had a fat fuck reconnect, and we were still good here, right? Okay, I think we are. I think. 21 cents on the dollar instead of 7. What the fuck? Jesus! That's insane, dude. But like I said, it proves the point, don't it? I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, goddamn. I mean, so far for a free market enterprise, am I right? I mean, I hate the fact that, like, so many capitalists and libertarian weirdos just straight up, like, fucking, you know, will, like, say the free market. It's like, well, how's this for fucking free market? How's that for fucking fair competition and free competition and stuff? Because that it's just non-existent. That doesn't exist. Like, in a capitalist system, the idea of a free market is just fucking literally impossible. Like, it just is. Like, I mean, it's just such a fucking myth. It really just annoys the fuck out of me because it's been so conditioned in people. It's like, oh, it really does actually annoy me to the point it pisses me off. Like, it really does. Because, like, I mean, how in the fuck is this, like, free market and stuff, where the idea that, like, you know, Pepsi is 21 cents to the dollar, you know, comparing, you know, to Coca-Cola is 7. You know, when it comes, you know, to the local taxes, you know, when it comes to Coleman, you know, in Alabama, because Coca-Cola has such a strong capital interest in that area and has a strong economic power there. Marshall County? Well, Marshall County. As a reverse problem where Pepsi owns the market there. Well, yeah, see, that's controlled competition. That's a controlled market. You know, basically, in a way, Pepsi and Coca-Cola have went in cahoots where Marshall County will be Pepsi's market and Coleman is Coca-Cola's. Like, and this is not, you know, a unique thing to just your area. This is across the board nationally with a bunch of other major fucking corporations. This is normal. That is normal fucking practice for these businesses. And small businesses have to, you know, play ball with that shit. I mean, so some of them will be, like, basically sucking their dick for it and shit, and some of them will be a little bit more independent about it. You know, but nonetheless, they have to basically concede and, you know, to some extent, and, you know, play ball with the big players in the market there, because if not, then they will suffer for it and potentially not be a business. And some other business is willing to play ball with the bigger cats there and shit, then they'll be able to, you know, essentially, you know, stay longer and be able to give more profit to Coca-Cola and to themselves. In Marshall, no restaurant carries any Coke products. Dude, that is so fucking weird, dude. Around here, at least it's somewhat mixed. Like, some restaurants and some businesses might only carry Coke products, and some might only carry Pepsi products, and some carry both. Like, at least around here, it is a kind of a mixed bag. At least there's a legit quote-unquote free market idea, at least on a surface level, even though it's still here, it's not true. At least there's like a surface level veneer of it. Because it ain't that fucking artificially just set, you know, to such an extent to where it's, like, so, like, lined in the sand. I've never seen a restaurant that has both sides. That is just kind of whack to me. I mean, because I've seen, you know, plenty of places that have one or the other, but every now and then, I'll see some that might have both. You know, because they make enough money to where they can afford that. You know, so they can, you know, easily do something like that. So, I mean, it just shows how capitalism is fucked, honestly. I mean, because, like, in order for even smaller businesses or regional businesses, you know, to continue to stay afloat, they have to play ball with bigger industrial industries and bigger corporate businesses and shit in order to even be a fucking thing half the time. I mean, it's, like I said, at least around here, I mean, there's at least a little bit more of a mixed element where there's a lot of people who are generally mom and pop, up and coming, you know, kind of, you know, doing shit for the most part on their own, you know, but, like, that's a dying breed. I mean, at least as it stands now. I mean, honestly, I think, you know, because of it being post-COVID, I think at least in some part that's helped kind of, like, you know, because I nowadays has helped revive a little bit of some of these little businesses and scenes and stuff, but that's only temporary, I feel like. I mean, at least when it comes to business side of things, I guess, right? Like when it comes to restaurants and like thrift shops, etc. You know, the whole shebang on that. But when it comes to like, you know, the music scene and stuff like that, I feel like that's honestly going to get more alive than ever in a way. Like, this year has honestly been super lively up here in the PNW for, like, the music scene. It's just been insanely lively. It's been really nice to get back into the scene, honestly. Multnomah County has made soda illegal as a whole. The local county commission did it. It's being challenged in the state court, though. These are great legal challenges of our day. Is soda legal? Oh my god, dude, that is so dumb. Dude, Mobile County is stupid. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, because guess what? All those people are going to waste more money to spend money on that soda going out of the fucking county to other places to get their fucking soda. Like, that is just beyond retarded. Like, oh my god. Health reasons. You want to know how you help people's health, you know, when it comes to policy and stuff? You don't, like, ban shit like that. You, like, I mean, you know, help subsidize, you know, more healthier options and elements of, like, your food industry and shit. And also reform it and, like, you know, make, like, it more ethically sound and stuff. Like, there's like 1,001 different ways. To be fair, Alabama as a whole doesn't have a lottery. What? Dude, Oregon has, like, such a lottery system that it has, like, 3 or 4 different things. It has, like, Mega Ball, Powerball, and, like, 2 others. I mean, dude, what the fuck? And then, like, 1,000 other smaller ones they can get, like, little tickets and shit. They're so broken, I had to take some extra 2 years to reform it. Oh my god, dude, get the fuck out of that state, dude. Get out of there. Come here, come hither. Come forth to the PMW, for it beckons thee. For it's nothing but vibes. Let's try pass the lottery for 50 years, no joke. Do they not realize how much that would help their economy? Like, honestly, like, do they not realize that? I mean, I don't really, like, spend money on the lottery often or anything like that, but, you know, once in a blue moon, I'll buy a lottery ticket and shit. And honestly, every now and then, I'll win some stuff. Most of the time, I just, you know, win the money back. Like, it's, like, you know, $2 for, like, a ticket usually, and I usually, you know, win that amount. I win $2 usually. Or I might win, like, $4 and stuff. That's usually my most common win. But every now and then, I might get like $20, I might get like a 50, I might get like 100, 200, you know, every now and then, very rarely I'll get something like that. I'm like, hey, you know, it's like, alright, you know, once in a blue moon. I don't make it like a reoccurring thing. I just, you know, I do it every now and then, like, you know, I don't know, like once every month, 2 months about, you know, just, you know, I'll buy like 1 or 2 and see what happens, and usually I get my money back for the most part, but every now and then I do get kind of a decent win. And it's like, hey, nice. It keeps passing, but the governor keeps refusing to sign it, and they never get enough votes to override. Oh my god. Dude, so, like, it's so, okay, so basically at this point, it's basically considered that, like, it's a majority, you know, consensus that people want it. But yet, authoritarianism and a fucking shitbag belching bitch, you know, is fucking, you know, like, prohibiting that. Boo. Dude, I love that fucking belch K-Ivy did, dude. Oh my god. The great state of Alabama is gambling, and even in any casinos, that is legal. Dude, even in Indian casinos, dude? Are you fucking serious? Even at native casinos. It's been every governor. Oh my god, dude. Who in the fuck is lobbying who's lobbying the fucking governor, dude? Who the fuck has got money in this shit where they're preventing this? I actually am legit kind of curious now. I honestly want to kind of dig down this rabbit hole. Is there a reason for this? Is there, like, some moneyed interest? Is there some lobbying? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, dude, that is just so fucking stupid. Why can't they just literally look at every other state and realize, you know what? It's actually not a bad idea. I don't know who's making money for keeping gambling illegal, or like, that's what I mean. It's like, you would think they would want it because it'll make them more money. But no. Dude, is it like, you know, fucking churches? Dude, I bet it's fucking churches, dude. I bet there's like some big-ass fucking church that's got a lot of money that is lobbying, you know, some Alabamian, like, you know, legal officials and shit, and lawmakers and stuff. Moral high ground for... Well, see, that's what I mean. I think it might be like some powerful churches that have, like, you know, stood in solidarity, you know, to, you know, lobby against this. And then lobby the governor specifically, you know, against it. I think that's what's going on. I think it might be churches doing this shit. I mean, because honestly, when in doubt, blame religion. In America, when in doubt, blame religion. That or capitalism, one of the two. In this case, blame religion. Because having gambling legal would be more of a capitalist thing. So, that can't be it. So, religion. There you go. I guarantee you that's what it is. Religious moral prudism. More churches than houses. See? I guarantee you it's what it is. I bet there's like some religious pack that, you know, all these churches, you know, are funding. And, you know, and I guarantee that's what's going on. Mom wants to join church, but she can't find one that accepts LGBT people. Well, yeah, because everywhere in the South, Christianity is fundamentally against the LGBTQ. There's no progressive church in the South. You might be able to find like some random little hodgepodge progressive church out there, but for the most part, no, they're not. They're fundamentally anti-queer. They're fundamentally, honestly, fucking fascists, and they're fundamentally like the pro the idea that Lucifer and Satan is literally controlling society to some extent, and it is the moral obligation of God's flock, you know, to fight against that by any means necessary. Tiny do exist, by the way, you're correct. Well, that's what I said. You might find a little hodgepodge enclave and shit, but beyond that, they don't, you know, they don't exist enough to have an influence. They're just basically like a tiny little like baby safe space, you know, that honestly, frankly, it might get firebombed, you know, at any point, you know, because, like, these fascists are insane, and they grow more insane by the day. Not that I want that to happen, I really don't. For fact checking the pastor during the sermon, good. Based. That's all I have to say about that. Good and based. Golf clap for you, sir. Oh shit. Well, I was gonna play another little video from the show, but my fucking Bluetooth passed out. Turn back on, ho. Snaps out his Bluetooth back. May have told him to justify him as well. I may or may not condone that.
Food options you have here in Portland is amazing. Food trucks and restaurants. And a wonderful, beautiful, amazing effect it has on your female population. That's the eye of this beholder, okay? But don't let anyone tell you what the fuck beauty is.
Don't ever tell you what the fuck beauty is. Amen.
You're talking about my preferences, right? This one's called mass appeal.
Mass appeal. It's one of those nights I wish doesn't end. Honestly. That's how I feel about one, you know, tonight. Can it not end? I don't feel the urge to dance. Alright! Dude, I kind of want to start doing a little, like, you know, punk dance and shit. The punk slam dancing, dude. I mean, you can see everyone in the front, you know, they're doing it. I was in that shit. I was moshing and slam dancing hard. In fact, I helped start that pit, you know, and revived it like at least 2 or 3 times. It's very hit or miss for me. I feel like you would have loved this show. I mean, this show was fucking slapping. Don't be discouraged. Well, dude, I sent you some shit from this band and from, say, Ferris, and you were like, alright, this is a vibe. I mean, I kind of feel like you would be vibing with the show. You would have warmed up really quickly to this. Dude, I love her solo, dude. Growling it. For the 80s and 90s. Dude, I know, man. Dude, this is such hardcore fucking 90s fucking, like, ska, you know, like, punk vibes and shit. Like, there's a strong, like, Sublime vibe going on here. It's meant to be a boomer. Weren't we all? I mean, I feel like I kind of was, I will admit. I feel like I was meant to be born in the 70s so I could experience the 80s and the 90s. But then I would be an old man, you know, for all this, and I wouldn't be able to mosh and have fun as much as I could. Because then I would be all broken and be like, because I already feel that half the time when I go to these shows anyway. I'm gonna feel it tomorrow, I already know it. I ain't now, but I know I will. And honestly, I will say, Dante's unironically needs fans. Because honestly, like, dude, Dante's is so fucking hot, dude. Like, dude, you sweat balls when you're in here.
Props to the skinny girls for being good sports and dancing anyway.
Thanks for all the skinny girls for dancing and being good sports anyway. I love it. This band fucking rocks, dude. I love this. I love these guys.
The food options you have here in Portland, it's amazing. Food trucks and restaurants. And the wonderful, beautiful, amazing effect it has on your female population. That's the eye of this beholder, okay? But don't let anyone tell you what the fuck beauty is.
Wait, what the hell? I never played that one. How in the hell are we getting into that one again? You know, I want to get to the other song. Where'd it go? Here it is.
I see him outside.
Molina! Where's Mr. Eric Molina? We were going to have him, yeah, I'm sorry. He got more important things to do. He doesn't have time for his fucking friends. So
Do you want to show off titties and show? Wait for it. Wait until I start showing off some Safe Harris. Or Safe Harris.
I see him outside.
Oh shit, hold on. I need to go into, right here. Here we go. Let's go. Oh, that's Safe Harris. We're not ready for that yet. Not right for it yet. Alright, okay, here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Bro, my mother gets more attention than I do. Well, you gotta put yourself out there. This gorgeous goth girl smashed her breast into mom earlier. You gotta put yourself out there, bro. Dude, you gotta literally you gotta pop off. Like, gotta pop. I mean, you know, dude, oh my, how did a gorgeous goth girl fucking smash her bitties all up in your mom, dude? Dude, what the fuck? They ignore me? Dude, you have to, like, okay. Like, alright, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I mean, it's not like, you know, a bad thing. But you kind of have to assert yourself a little bit, right? Like, sometimes you have to kind of legit be the initiator. Like, I mean, we were in Walmart chilling. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then, I mean, like, well, like, at this show tonight, like, you know, like, there's, you know, different people that, like, was initiating a conversation with me and I initiated with. Like, I mean, sometimes, you know, people, like I said, will initiate a conversation with you, and you'll be like, oh shit, oh, someone's talking to me. All right, you know, and you have a back and forth with them. And sometimes you want to initiate a conversation with somebody else. So you kind of have to assert yourself a little bit and be like, hey, you know, and find at least something, you know, to strike, you know, start the conversation and, you know, kind of strike the spark a little bit, right? Like, I mean, it's kind of a part of the social game, basically. And dude, you know, people's no. Dude, okay, alright. Honestly, you might be overthinking it a little bit. Like, cause look, the last time you sent me a picture of you, you honestly were looking pretty good, dude. Because, like, look, there's plenty of big boys in that show. Like, I mean, look, I mean, even the singer for this band, I mean, he's kind of a big boy himself. I mean, but, dude, your beard is actually legit kind of shaped up pretty good. I mean, the short hair with a little bit of long back with that, it looks good on you, dude. It really fucking does. So it's like, I mean, you're kind of got a good look on you right now. At least last time I saw you. I mean, I don't know if you changed it up since, but at least last time I did, you kind of were. So it's like, you know, in a way, you kind of have to use that as, at least in some sort, you know, as a way to kind of initiate and be a little bit of the spark. We have the long ass hippie hair. I mean, hey, honestly, that beard and long ass hippie hair, dude, that would work too. I mean, the way you have your beard, short, medium, long hair, mullet, whatever the fuck, it would work, dude. I mean, your facial hair is something that, like, whatever the fuck your hairstyle is, your facial hair will fit it, dude. You got, you know, good genes for the fucking facial hair, dude. Like, honestly, you can fucking form your beard up pretty good. Because I need to? Well, hey, sometimes we got to. Yeah, we got our reasons. I mean, honestly, like, I mean, you know, men having long hair is fabulous. Well, you know, I mean, come on. I mean, it's like, whatever. Fuck them. And by everyone bitching, is it really just your step douche being a fucking faggot? I mean, honestly, we're just gonna be honest, because that insecure fucking old fart is such a whiny fuck that, you know, he, you know, thinks that you're like some sort of degenerate because you have long hair. Fuck him. You know, fuck his ass. Like, since when does his opinion mean dick? Like, until he sucks dick, I mean, his opinion ain't gonna mean the dick. He's gonna be worth sucking. As far as I give a shit. That's what mom says, constantly look better with short hair. So does my mom. Think I give a fuck? My mom hates the fact I have the shaved sides in all this shit. She doesn't like it. She always bitches about it. You think I give a fuck? I don't care. I like it. I don't give a shit. I'm half tempted to do a mullet, honestly. Like, I'm actually been considering it. I'm thinking about, like, you know what? All this right here, fuck it, mullet status, baby. I've been thinking about it. You know, I'm saying fuck it. And, dude, I know everyone would freak the fuck out on me. Everyone on here, my family, my friends, co-workers. Dude, everyone would flip their shit if they saw me with a mullet. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care, dude. Guess mom, Sheila's the only person to give a fuck about here. I mean, it's something that's kind of benign, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, when it comes to hair, it's benign. And, you know, and I guess that's a two-way street, I suppose. But, like, if she loves you for who you are, then she shouldn't give a fuck. Right? Like, so, I mean, if anything, you having long hair and shit shouldn't matter. Because if she really does love you for who you are and shit, which, as far as I know, she does, then she shouldn't give a shit. I mean, she might kind of moan about it every now and then. My mom does too, for different things that I'm into and shit, for sure. But you know what? Like I said, I don't care. And, you know, to a certain degree, my mom don't give a shit. Like, because she loves me for who I am, and she just wants me to be happy, right? Like, so, I mean, I don't know. You know, look at it from a different perspective, I guess. Because at least for me, like, you know, I obviously know there's plenty of things that my mom's not exactly fond of me doing. And honestly, if she knew about certain things that I've done, she would be like, what? She would not be happy. If she knew I did shrooms or acid, stuff like that, oh my god, she would fucking, like, behead me. I mean, so, you know, yeah, there's certain things I'm not even gonna fucking tell her. At least, you know, not for a while. So, I mean, you know, like, you know, there's just, you know, sometimes I just know that my mom might bitch about some shit about me, and you know what? Whatever. Like, I don't really care. I'm gonna do me, and she recognizes that. I mean, and she might not like it, she might be frustrated, she might give me a lecture, and I know I'm gonna have to deal with that sometimes, and you know what? Whatever. You know, we move on from it, you know, and it's not a big deal. I mean, just look at it from that way, you know, is what I say. You know, because honestly, from how you describe your mom, like, my mom and your mom aren't really that far apart, I feel like, you know, personality-wise, in a sense. They're actually pretty similar, you know, in a way. So, because of that, like, I feel like there's at least, you know, legitimate, you know, merit or substance to what I'm saying about it, you know, when it comes to this. Because, like, at least even from my little, like, interactions I have with her, you know, or at least have had with her, I mean, I kind of feel the same way a little bit. She kind of does kind of strike me almost like a slightly different version of my mom in a way. You know, I mean, she honestly is kind of like basically a more liberal version of my mom in this sense, if that makes sense. I mean, you would have to, I guess, meet my mom to understand that, I suppose. But, like, they're, at least personality-wise, aren't really that far apart. So, I don't know. At least, you know, take what I'm saying at least to some consideration. Because, I mean, if you were, you know, hash it out with her for a little bit about, you know, having long hair or something like that, I'm sure at the end of the day, you know, she might begrudgingly be fine with it at a certain point, but, you know, it's just because she just wants you to be happy, you know, and that's more important than whatever the fuck she wants you to be perceived as and, like, what she thinks you should be. Like, I mean, because obviously my mom has an idea what she thinks I should be, but at the end of the day, what I want it to be is more important, because I'm me. I know me, you know, deep down inside. Same thing for you. You know you more than anyone else, right? So it's like, that goes for everybody. Like, they know themselves more than anybody else. So, I mean, it's like, obviously, plenty of people want to see an idea about how some people are, or at least want them to be, but they're never really going to get that, because every person's going to be themselves, you know, when they are able to actualize themselves in that way, if that makes sense. I mean, because, like, I mean, you know, there's a lot of things that I'm still kind of actualizing myself with, you know, especially, and, you know, because everyone's got their own journey with it. You know, there's definitely plenty of things about my identity, about my personality, and things like that, and, you know, even my politics and my worldview, that it's not 100% set in stone. I mean, I get, you know, honestly, to a certain extent, it probably never will. And you know what? That's okay. That's cool. That's fine. You know, the whole point of it is the journey, right? Like, the whole idea is to have the journey of it. You know, not really, you know, to try to find the end game, or like the, you know, the fucking X marks the spot on the map. I mean, really, the whole thing of it is the journey to it, right? So, at least that's how I see it. And at least for me, I mean, you know, to have that, at least as somewhat of a perspective, at least makes it a little bit more humbling, I guess, and a little bit less stressing, you know, to think about the world in a way like that. I mean, even though there's plenty of stressful, fucking insane, crazy, horrible shit going on and stuff, and, you know, and I definitely, you know, think about that a lot, you know, but, you know, what can you do? You know, it's like there's only so much that one person can do, and you can only really think about, you know, your own self and what you can do for your specific situation. And with that, you know, like, you can be able to, you know, expand that to other aspects. And, you know, and you might not be able to have all shit figured out, but, you know, despite that, you can at least, you know, use that as, you know, the standing, you know, like, you know, fucking foundation from it all. At least that's the difference between the whole, like, clean your room, bucko, you know, you know, versus at least, you know, trying to, like, you know, stabilize yourself and trying to, like, kind of figure yourself out and, you know, at least mentally kind of clean yourself up a little bit and be like, all right, you know, let's get a foundation and kind of go from there. You know, like, because at least to me, there's a difference with that. Because the whole clean the room, bucko, you have to clean the room before you clean the world up, like, that's bullshit. Like, I mean, my room's honestly not exactly that fucking clean. But you know what? You know, like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, well, I guess I do. But, I mean, at least when it comes to, like, cleaning the world up versus my room, I don't really give a shit. I'd rather try to clean the world up, you know, or at least advocate that versus just clean my room. Because I could do that any day. Like, you know, the world exactly can't wait, you know? So, my room can. The world can. So, yeah, it's like, I mean, that's the difference in my mind. She said in a Reddit comment, I have a thing for bad girls, and that's why I never have a lasting relationship amount. Yet apparently all of her Reddit things think I'm cute for some reason. Wait, what? Hold on, I might miss a few comments. But back to initial. I know I'm... Dude, you're not. Okay, dude, bro. Dude, you're not. Like, if I'm saying that you're honestly, looking pretty good, all things considered, out of all the times I've seen you over the years and shit, like, I mean, saying that, like, you've been looking pretty good, lately, especially, over the times I've seen you, I don't believe it, though. Well, too bad. How about that? Tough. Because, that's my opinion. How about that? Tough shit. I mean, honestly, I don't know. What do you want from me on that one? It's like tough shit. That's what I think. I generally think that. You can believe it or not. Your title and opinion, which I'm like, and hey, shouldn't, but so am I. But guess what? I think your opinion is a little bullshit, and I think, an outsider's perspective, to see who you are a little bit, might be a little more valid on this one. Because, if someone on the outside can at least see, an attractiveness about you and shit, then shouldn't that mean that anybody else from the outsider's perspective can see that? Because obviously, I'm just one person, but if I'm just one person, then how many other people see that? I mean, I'm just saying. Buy my buy if I could. Well, to be fair, I probably would too, to a certain extent. I mean, I'm not, like, utterly, like, body dysmorphic or anything, but, like, honestly, if we had, like, the ability to be, like, character creation mode, I'd be like, alright, fuck it, let's play around with it a little bit. Like, I mean, I would just, fuck it. Yeah, why not? Let's play around with that shit. Because, I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, I'd be fine with how I look now, or if I was anything different. I know, for at least to me, I don't really give a shit. Is that form of body dysmorphia? Well, I mean, I suppose. I guess depending on how you perceive it. At least for me personally, like, for me, at least for myself, it's not. Because, like I said, I don't care that I, have the body I do, but if I had the ability, like, overnight or whatever the fuck, being able to change it up, sure, why not? Fuck it. Let's play around. Let's play around with it a little bit. Let's do some character creation mode. That's why, I'm about transhumanism and getting the nanobots and all that shit. Let's have some creativity, for ourselves. Not just this cyberpunk shit, but, like, going the extra step with that. Even though I'm fine being a man. Well, I mean, I guess I'm weirdly enough the opposite, because I'm fine with the way I look, but, I don't really care one way or another about being a man or not. Which, I guess, in that sense, that's why I identify as not binary, but even though I still identify as he, him, and all that shit, because, I mean, because everything I'm saying, also, of, how I feel about myself, like, I mean, it kind of, at least, to some extent, shows that a little bit. Like, I really wouldn't give fuck one if I had, like, some titties or a pussy, or literally the entire shebang, dick balls, the vagina, boobs, and the whole shebang, like, everything. It would not matter to me. Like, I mean, it's whatever. It's like, I don't care. Like, I mean, to me, it's not that big of a deal. Obviously, for a lot of other people, it's a, different thing. I think I'd go back to eventually, I guess, my default. Well, sure. I mean, because, honestly, like, if I had the ability to switch things up every now and then, then, yeah, honestly, I'd probably do the same. I mean, but, yeah, that's fine. Let's fit. Sure. What, schlicking it? Dude, I think anyone who's a man, whether their gender is fork or not, probably honestly thinks that. I'm just gonna be blunt. I mean, I unless they're like straight, full fucking gay. Like, I mean, but beyond that, then I'm pretty sure most dudes probably feel that way. At least they have that thought every now and then. Because, look, I'm just gonna be blunt. I mean, I probably would too. I probably would, honestly, but the thing is, I do the same thing for my dick. I mean, yeah, like, sometimes it's like, damn, I'm just horny as fuck, and it's my day off, so, no pun intended, but fuck it. I mean, sometimes you just got one of them days. You know, I mean, female equivalent happens every now and then. What, you don't think I'd do the same shit if I was a woman in that case? Well, of course I would. So, I mean, at that point, I mean, it's just like human nature at that rate that we're just kind of expressing at that point, right? So, damn. Deaf by. Well, then, I know I am. But I'm not sure if I can handle being jealous if I starts making out someone who ain't me. Well, I mean, you might be, you know, open to the idea of open relationships, but still being monogamous. I mean, maybe, like, partially poly? You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on in your head on that one. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if I'm, like, you know, more on the idea of open relationships or, like, polyamorous relationships or not. I mean, I haven't really had enough experience, you know, myself personally on that specific type of front, you know, to know one way or the other. But, I mean, I know at least enough to where I recognize where I probably have, you know I have, like, you know, other interests outside of just, you know, the specific partner, too. So, it's like, I mean, you know, I know I fall somewhere, like, in the middle of that. I just don't know exactly where. You know, so it's just one of those things, you know, like I said from earlier about myself. Like, you know, it's one of those things, you know, it's part of the journey that I'm figuring out. You know, one of those days I'll figure that shit out, but, yeah, not right now. But that's fine. Whatever. Ain't that big of a deal. Just because there's seeing girls she wanted just coming to me. Well, I mean, that sounds kind of like an open relationship. Partially. That was our agreement. She could hook up the girls as long as she came home to me at night. Well, that is essentially, at least to some extent, an open relationship. It's not like a full-on open relationship, I suppose, but that, by definition, is an open relationship. So, I mean, I'd argue you, at least, you know, with Gary, had an open relationship on that one. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I wasn't hooked up with other people myself because shy boy. Oh, I mean, like I said, it's fine. So what? I mean, it's like an open relationship doesn't necessarily have to be like both partners being open with it. I mean, it can be, but not every open relationship is like that. So, I mean, it just kind of varies. I mean, that's the thing about, like, relationships. Like, everyone's got, like, a slightly different, like, you know, intricacies, you know, going on with people's relationships. Like, you know, like every relationship's, like, a little different from each other, right? So it's like, I mean, there's always going to be, like, different, you know, boundaries or different, you know, things that are acceptable and what isn't, stuff like that. You know, and, you know, it's like, it's just all, you know, fundamentally all about communication with these things. It's just like, hey, you know, it's like, as long as these, you know, things are chill with you, and, you know, because they're chill with me, then it's all good. You know, and if it ain't, then, you know, hash that out a little bit and, you know, find a balance, you know, with that type of thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, honestly, that type of stuff, frankly, should be encouraged. I feel like, in a sense, you know, we don't really necessarily talk enough about feelings and, you know, what people kind of want or don't want and stuff like that, in a sense, right? Like, I don't feel like we're being necessarily honest enough when it comes to, like, you know, communicating with people and shit, right? Like, at least that's how I feel sometimes. Because, you know, at least to some extent, I feel like that it does, at least in some part, kind of play a role about, you know, a lot of issues when it comes to, like, relationships or finding partners and stuff. It's the fact that we're just not necessarily, like, just open with each other. We're all, like, you know, like, walled off and don't really want to, like, open up. It's like, I mean, it's like, how the fuck you gonna, like, you know, hang out and get to, at least, like, middle have friends and stuff, you know, when that's going on. You know, right? Like, I mean, so it's like, I mean, you know, to a certain extent, like, even if you have a conversation and get acquainted with someone, you gotta break that fucking wall down, you know? It's like, you gotta at least have a little honesty and a little, like, you know, personalness going on with that type of shit. I mean, you know, because that's how you really do establish kind of the rapport. I mean, it's one thing to just kind of have like a little acquaintance conversation, but it's another thing to really kind of at least like have like a, you know, kind of a meaningful back and forth with somebody about like something to yourself and or about them and stuff like that, right? Like, so I mean, you know, it's like, you know, a lot of times I feel like, you know, just a lot of people just don't want to break those fucking walls down in a way. I mean, I'm definitely fucking guilty of it. I mean, for sure. I mean, I'm a social anxious autistic fuck. I mean, so I'm certainly guilty of it. You know, so it's definitely something that I've, you know, had to work on and still do, for sure. You know, and so it's like, I mean, it's just one of those things where, you know, like, a lot of people, you know, me especially, you know, and a lot of others, you know, just, I feel like we really need to kind of work on it, at least a little bit. Just because, like, you know, we're too just like walled off from each other in a sense, even when it comes to social interactions, you know, and shit sometimes. I mean, because I don't really think there was really anything to it, but there was like, you know, a guy with his wife, I think, you know, that were kind of like on the edge of the pit. And obviously, you know, I'm kind of dancing, doing my thing and stuff, and every now and then I happen to be next to her, and the dude would be like, "Phew!" and like fling me, you know, like it did it like 2 or 3 times. Now, and like a part of me was like, is the motherfucker thinking I'm trying to like, you know, get up on her, you know, on his girl or something? You know, there was a part of me I was like kind of partly thinking that, and you know, part of that is like being so walled off, you know, that it's like, you know, just a sense of just someone kind of like, you know, vibing and doing the thing in the pit a little bit. It makes me like, it's like, you know, kind of made me feel like, I mean, you know, want to be like, chill, bro. It's like, I ain't trying to do nothing. And honestly, like, if that's the case, then, like, it was doing it not just to me, but a couple others, too. Because, I mean, his girl was going in the pit and going back and forth, you know, to him, you know, on the edge of the pit, you know, when she was done and back and forth, all this other stuff. She was also kind of drunk, too. She kind of fell over a few times. So I think it was just honestly being overprotective. And because of that, like, you know, walled himself and, in a way, her, too, you know, to an extent. And, you know, got more defensive about things, you know, not overtly, but kind of indirectly, you know, just because of the general, you know, kind of, you know, raunchy, kind of more like, you know, chaotic vibe that was going on, right? It's just like, it's, you know, that's just kind of one example, you know, it's like, I mean, you know, break the wall down a little bit and just relax, right? Like, I mean, we're not, no one's trying to, like, gain up on the girl or this and that or some shit. Like, no one's trying to do that. Like, I mean, we're all having a good time here and shit. Like, I mean, goddamn. Turns out I was the only man who didn't hit her. Wait, what? Missed that by, wait. Oh, she hit that girl that just, whoa. Big ass crane fly. The girl just could just look at me and I come on. What's up? Miss that baz and just jumping for again. Turns out I was the only man that didn't hear him. Some man had burnt out. Her largely just gone full again now. What wait, like the guy she got with after me. Ooh, oh. I'm gonna into his chest in Minecraft. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. Ran off to Flagstaff after they broke up, so I might let you run into him. Oh, fuck. He ran it. He left to go to Flagstaff, Arizona. Oh, my God. Dude, fuck that piece of shit, bro. Yeah, if you ever, dude, if you do move to Flagstaff, Arizona, which honestly, Flagstaff, Arizona is actually kind of a cool place. I haven't been there, but I've heard a lot of really cool things about it. And, yeah, I mean, it's not really a huge place. It's not tiny either. It's kind of like a medium-sized, you know, city. You know, well, it's not even really necessarily a city. It's more of like a, you know, medium to somewhat large-sized town. It's not big. You know, it's kind of in the middle. So, honestly, dude, there is legit an off chance. I don't know how in-depth he is in things like the music scene and stuff like that. Yeah, Flagstaff, if they do have one. But if you end up getting into shit like that, this is, at least in some part, why a mosh pit can be good. Because if you really want to fuck somebody up in the pit, sometimes no one ain't really going to stop you. Just saying. If you really want to knock someone over and really bang them up, I mean, you can really, and look, I mean, Venom, don't take this bad way, but you kind of big boy. In the pit, big boys like you are a force to be reckoned with. Because you can literally just, like, lightly, like, do this, just lightly, and you will launch someone, like, 5 feet. Like, I mean, honestly. Like, so, whatever you do in the pit, like, you will straight up knock a motherfucker down, okay? I'm just saying. Like I said, like, don't take that the wrong way when it comes to being a big boy in that sense. Like, I mean, you're basically like the reflector dish, you know, like boom, 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 and we could it's fucking tiny. I don't know, man, dude. There's a lot of like beefcakes out there that aren't necessarily like I would consider like strongman types and stuff that were definitely, you know, still holding to what I'm talking about. You don't have to be like some strong man. The fact that you have all that and, you know, mass, you know, to just kind of like basically just absorb, you know, all the energy, you know, like, and, you know, also channel that energy and reflect it back. I mean, you'd be forced to be reckoned with. Or fat the muscles. A lot of people in the mosh pit are more fat than muscles sometimes. There's been plenty of mosh pits where there's some big chunk boys. I'm just saying. And they are a force to be reckoned with. I actually try to avoid them in the pit because, you know, half the time I, you know, bump into them, I get knocked the fuck down or I get launched 5 feet. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I mean, even, like, the fat, like, chunk boys will legit, like, just, like, launch me, like, 5 to 10 feet. I'm not even kidding. Like, you know, people that don't got a lot of muscle but got a lot of chunk, I mean, even then, dude, I'm just saying. Because, look, I'm a skinny guy. I don't got a lot of muscle on myself, but I also don't got fat either. Well, I mean, I got a little bit, but not a lot, obviously. I'm a skinny boy. I'm a twig. So, even, you know, to medium-sized people, like, I'll, like, you know, just, like, ding, ding, you know, I'll bump right off of them. It's like, I mean, I'm not somebody that's bumping, you know, pushing and bumping, you know, other people. I'm getting bumped. Like, I'm kind of the lowest common denominator in the pit, unless there's somebody who's legit just smaller and tinier than me. Which there are people like that. Maybe don't show this on screen. I'm not, dude, whatever the fuck you're about to send me, then no. If that's all what you're going to say, you know what, in fact, you know, we're just going to watch this because, you know, we've been looking at it. I think pretty much all we're going to react to is just, you know, the videos I've been taking. Oh, but the vocalist and tenor sax player of Los Malhablados came up for this one. Oops.
We met when he was playing in the messy star cities. I mean, not star cities. They're friends of ours.
Let's see what song was it.
I mean, you still be great balls. That's how we fucking showed up. You know what I'm saying?
I know it was after that Mass Peel. I think it might have been Hard Place to Be. Or I've Got a Boo. Hey, there he is, man. Dude, this guy is so cool, dude. I got a chance to talk to him for a while. Dude, he is so awesome. That guy is just so fucking cool, dude. Ah! Oh no, I zoomed out too far. But yeah, he's just a fucking cool guy. Fuck yeah. Give me seconded by Nitro? Oh no. Just get a telegram. Just do that. really need to go more shows like this specifically. I've been in way too many metal shows. I need to really start experiencing more of these type of shows. We're still this show is so fucking fun. It's definitely probably at least the top 5 shows I've been to. Definitely want to try to figure out which song this is. I know it has to at least be after. It has to either be Hard Place to Be or I've Got a Boo. It has to be one of those 2 songs. I know it's near the end of the list. And this show is so fucking lit. Here, I'm pretty sure, I think the next set... Oh, yep, it's fucking Safe Terry here. Split. No, I bought Nitro. Oh my god, no. Don't send me that. Don't. Too late. Oh god. Have some benefit. Dude, I'm not. Oh my god. I'm not clicking that. Bad off stream. Wait, you don't want the audio played? Because I'll play it. I'll play the audio. And I'll laugh my ass off. Please tell me if I got a good stroke game later. Oh my god, can we not? Oh. Oh no! Oh, I didn't know. It's okay, I didn't realize I was gonna die. Alright, back up. Back up, baby. I'm not clicking that.
1, 2,
Okay, good. I'm still not clicking it. You don't want to trust some shit like that. Well, I'm pretty inebriated right now. Do you really trust me right now? Because I'm half tempted to at least play the audio. I won't show it, but I'm half tempted to play the audio of it. Because I'm an asshole. Yes, actually. Oh my god. Well, you know what? Here. Please refrain. Please refrain. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to find the part where, unironically, she kind of does a little bit of a pseudo strip sesh. I'm not even kidding. I think it's right here. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. This is funny. I love this. She really got a fucking voice on her, dude.
No. Hey, this might be for here. Maybe I'll do it like this. Ladies and gentlemen.
I fucking love it, dude. Dude, this show is so fucking good. Oh my god. Man, it is, like, honestly, like, hard to compare, like, all these shows I've been going to lately. Like, I mean, which one's been the best? Fuck. Seems like every time I go to, you know, these shows, every time they top it off, it's like, motherfuck, dude. It's like, it's hard to decide which show's, like, you know, like, the best. It's like, fuck. Because, goddamn. Dude, like, I'm definitely, like, sold on Safe Ferris and, you know, the Hub City Stompers. Like, those two fucking they just blew it out of the fucking park. Or rather not how my... have me doing sexy voice blaster on the tubes. I need to stop drinking early in the morning. Well, I need to stop drinking late at night. At least after all these, you know, fun vibes and shit. It also reminds me, I need to make sure those get uploaded. Man, I'm still honestly kind of sad that I missed Los Malabados set, but you know what? I'll be able to at least see him on Bossa Nova on 29th. I'm gonna make sure that fucking happens. No. I'm not, you know, look, okay, look, dude, you're safe. I'm not going to do it. Do not upload my... Why in the dude, do you want me to be banned? I'm not doing that. Hell no, dude. Fuck that. No, I'm talking about uploading the fucking... Oh my god, the concert videos. I was... Oh my lord. Bah. Like, good lord. What would you think I meant? Like, why did you think I meant that? Like, why would I ban myself, sir? Why do I do that to myself? I mean, bruh. Come on now. Come on now. Here. So, sent some stuff to my friend at Rip City because his co-workers are being pieces of shit. My work break just got canceled, though I guess I'll have to get home early now, assuming shit doesn't hit the fan again. So fucking tired. Co-workers fucking up. And I told him, it's like, at a certain point, don't pick up for their slack. If they fuck up, it's on them, not you. Sir, you ain't responsible for them fucking off their duties and making you unable to complete yours. That's bullshit and extra workload bullshit you don't need. And then he responded, it's on me if they fuck up because I'm the shift, quote, lead. Though they don't actually, though I don't have any actual authority, I'm changing the next break schedule next week so that everything doesn't always fall on me. I would have changed the break schedule sooner, but none of my coworkers support the changes, so it has been a struggle to get. Of course, no one wants me to leave early, so we delayed other shit instead. Oh my god, dude. Man, dude, fuck his coworkers, honestly. Like, they sound like pieces of shit. They sound like fucking like, oh, we don't want to, like, you know, do, like, our duties, and we want to slack off, and all this other bullshit. And basically make my, you know, my homie pick up slack because, you know, he's actually kind of a hard worker. You know, and it's like, dude, fuck them, dude. That's some bullshit. I hate it when, you know, fucking people do that. That annoys the fuck out of me. So I managed to narrow down Safeway you work at, Don Scout. They do, in fact, carry these. You're gonna have to explain that. Checkers, Rallies, famous seasoned fries. I do have an air fryer. Please tell me you didn't hear the last 30 minutes. Well, I mean, I did. I mean, I hope it kind of did, because I was showing some of the videos of, you know, the show I went to. Dude, I mean, oh my god. Show is too fucking great. In fact, here, actually, did I even show this shirt yet? They get a Los Malabados shirt. Dude, this shirt is still fucking soaking wet. I like it. I dig it. And of course I have this one on too. It's got Jersey on the skull. The only time you'll ever see New Jersey on me. The only ever time you'll ever see New Jersey on my body. But at least it's, you know, kind of a ska punk band that at least slaps. It at least enlightened me that there's at least a subculture of New Jersey that's at least pretty based and pretty cool. You know, I could deep fry at home with cooking oil. You just need a deep pot. Yeah, but do I really want to go for all that effort? And what about all that oil? Like, I don't want to waste all of it and just, you know, just dump it or something. You know, like, I mean. Here. Oh. Or I heard say he has something embarrassing about Venom. Well, he sent me a disparaging tape I know. Alright, I'm on the Discord now. Oh my god. I looked at the thumbnail. Oh my god, dude. I'm so tempted to fucking play it, dude. Oh my god. Oh, I am so fucking tempted. Oh man, brother, you don't even know how tempted I am. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my lord. I will metaphorically end you. I'm not gonna do it, but oh my god, the temptation is so fucking strong, you don't even know. Oh my god, dude, the thumbnail alone, bro. Oh my god. Oh man, dude, that alone, dude. I said that confidence. Hey, I'm not saying anything about it. I have not described what is going on with it at all. All I did was laugh at the thumbnail and just said I was tempted, okay? Like, I mean, like, I have not exposed anything. Like, you know, like, you know, I will, you know, respect it. Even though I'm really fucking tempted not to, I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna go against my intrusive thoughts. Oh my god, I could do it from my Bluetooth headphones. Oh, you can hear me react to it. Oh, you can hear me react to it. You don't have to, no one has to hear it, but I could. You can hear me laugh my ass off. Extended me sharing it. Well, I'm not describing what's going on. Look, like, I mean, you don't know what's going on in it. Even I don't. I haven't even played it at all. I just saw a thumbnail and it made me laugh. Because it was, you know, just straight up a dick. Like, you know, I mean, hey, you seen dick, you seen dick, you know what I mean? I mean, you know, it's like, what are you gonna do? I mean, okay, maybe I might have just vaguely described it, but beyond that, like, that's it. Like, you know, it's like, well, it's not, I mean, honestly, I mean, I assume it wouldn't be really anything different that I haven't seen on, like, the hub, you know what I mean? I just flat said, I mean, not really. Well, I said the thumbnail. I mean, I don't know what's going on, you know, in the whole shebang. I mean, I'm sure there's all sorts of, I'm not gonna click on it. I'm not gonna do anything to expand on this. Like, I mean, I'm just saying. There's, you know, there was, you know, the bulbous glandus of whatever the fuck it's called, and, you know, it was there, and I was like, alright, well, yeah, there you go. More embarrassed by my sexy talk in the video, to be honest. Dude, that really makes me want to click it, dude. Dude, you stop tempting me. Stop. That's really making me want to click. Dude, you do not know how bad you really just made me want to click it right now. I was so tempted to say fuck it, but I'm still holding back. I'm holding back. Just no audio for us, please. I mean, I'll do that. You know what? Here, let me take a pistol quick. You know what? You know what? No. You know, I'm not even gonna do that. You know what? We're not even gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Because honestly, I don't want to laugh. Because honestly, we're in a joyful mood, and if I listen to it, you know, it's gonna be more of embarrassing, and I don't want that to be the case. You know, so you know what? Now. We had a moment. We had the moment. Go for it, bro. Nah, we had our moment, but I want it now. Oh, now you want it. All right. You know what? You know what? If you want it, do it. Okay. You know what? Fine. All right. You know what? Okay. All right. All right. Oh, here. I have them right here. So let me be right back. And you know what? Okay. Oh shit. Now okay. You know what? My legs are feeling it. I just stood up and I just started realizing I'm starting to feel it. I am now starting to feel it. Is Sukov in here? Oh my god, you are. Hey, excuse me. Can I open the door, please? Hey, asshole, you big butt. Ugh. You fucking butt? Look at you. You big old booty. Oh my god, you stretch ball. You ball stretch. Ball stretch. Come on, buddy. Alright. Yep. Oh, here they are. Power on. Alright. You really want this Venom? Because I'm going to make sure this connects. And we're going to do it. Because fuck it. Oh, alright. They're connected. And before I do this, I'm going to make sure that they're connected here. Yep, they are. Okay. Did we test before? Yeah, I did. They're definitely connected. Oh my god, am I even ready for this? Aye. I haven't even clicked it yet, and I'm already starting. Okay. Honestly, oh my god, it's fucking 2 minutes. Jesus Christ. Fuck. It's 2 minutes long? Oh my god, I didn't realize it was that long. I thought it was like a clip. This is not a clip. No. Oh, fuck. I paused it, by the way. I haven't even... Oh my god. I made myself already. Hey, you said do it, so, so, fuck it. Nope, I guess no pun intended. You know, honestly, usually, like, in any other circumstance, it probably wouldn't be funny to me, but it's just right now, it just fucking is. Oh my god, okay, now, alright, the vocalization is happening, alright. Okay. Oh my god, okay, you know, alright, oh my god, okay. I've had enough of this. Okay, alright, you know what? Alright, I'm done. I'm done. Okay, I'm done. I'm good. I think I've had my laugh. Oh my! So I never got this. Well, I mean, yeah, you do, but I mean, I'm still done. Couldn't handle it, dude, because I'm in a joyful mood, and that just made me fucking go over the ass. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh my lord. What the fuck? Good. Good. Mission accomplished. Honestly, what really made it worse is the fact it was in one ear. It was literally just in one goddamn ear. Now my ear feels weird. Ugh. God damn it. Honestly, you just kind of fucking reverse psychology me, didn't you? Well, I guess it only half worked. Oh my, why did you say that? Oh my god, what the fuck? Do you want me to shotgun a fucking Truly right now? Cause I fucking will. Like, I mean, fuck. Do it. No! No! What the hell? No! Drink my eyes so I can convince you to do more advanced things. That's not how it works. At least for me. Because, there's been plenty of times where I've been, frankly, way more drunker than I've been now. And I've not done nowhere nearly as embarrassing shit. So, yeah, good luck with that. Like, honestly, I'm just kind of been buzzing this entire time. Like, I mean, like, dude, like... Do I have game? Yes. Not super fat. No. You have, like, a Husky / bear bod, which... I mean, to a lot of people, that's a legit kink. Some people like bear daddies or Husky dads. You know, when it comes to, like, you know, fluff. I mean, I'm a Husky dad, but just not in that way. Yay, self-confidence slightly restored. Oh my god. And what? Like, everything else that I do, you know, when it comes to that, doesn't help. I read that. Wait, what's this? Oh, what is it? Face a sad, depressed young man. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. I shall treasure this memory. Me after reading Pam's comment. I mean, don't we always feel that way sometimes? Wait, which one? There's been a lot. Yeah, even Venom is asking which one. Even he doesn't know. Cause yeah, even I don't know. I'm assuming it's the hemorrhoid one. I don't know. Why? What? Really? You're in that room again. Oh my god. Yeah, that. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's definitely how I feel. Especially with that one. Gotta look at random little thing on tube. Let's see what little fun shit we can look at. Follow my mother on Reddit, and I left all the... So just... No. Oh, no, what have I done? Oh, wait. Yo, Venom, why don't you just make a sock account? Make it like an adult account, and then just make your normal account. I just have my regular Reddit account as just all the above, because I really don't give a fuck. But, I mean, if that is the case, just make another one. I'm very lazy. Dude, it ain't that hard. Oh my god, it ain't that fucking hard. I'm pretty sure you can make a Reddit account with the same fucking email, dude. I'm pretty sure it, ain't that hard. Come on, just do it. Ain't that big of a deal. Come on. Incredibly lazy. I'm also incredibly lazy, but I mean, look at me. I'm a lazy fuck, but at the same time, I get off my ass sometimes. I mean, I do sometimes, occasionally, not often, but sometimes. Who thinks porn is destroying men? Oh my god. She's just one of those weirdos that literally thinks that like porn is nothing more than just like a pure fucking societal ill. Because there's a thing called addiction, which obviously is not something that is strict to drugs, right? So I would say that is a problem. And aspects of mental health awareness and treatments of addressing these type of addictions and stuff, like I would argue that is probably a way to deal with that, because like I mean there's plenty of people like me and thousands of other millions and millions of other fuck people out there that check out porn and stuff like that, sometimes even on a daily, but it's not like some fucking issue. Like, I mean, just saying, like, I don't think about it every fucking day, I don't think about it every waking second of my life. I mean, it's like, oh, whoa. It's like it exists out there. Sometimes I, enjoy it. Oh no. I mean, it kind of also, like, like, kind of plays a role to, like, this weird, like, no nut November, no fat community shit, which I just think is weird. It's like, you're all taking it just, like, a little too far with this weird shit. Like, I mean, and also, what the fuck do you think, reserving 1 month is going to do? Like, to solve anything for, like, your plight when it comes to, like, porn addiction or some shit. Like, what, you have, like, 1 month with, like, withdrawal or some shit, and then, like, as soon as, like, the month ends, you just, like, bust the fattest nut or something? Like, I mean, it's so, like, that shit's just weird. So, like, I understand, trying to, like, moderate it and being, like, not making it, like, such a major thing, and, when it comes to, like, lifestyle habits and stuff like that, I get that, for sure. But, like, I mean, they're just, like, those motherfuckers just honestly legit just kind of take it way too far, honestly. They need to, like, take it, honestly, like, not just a step back, but, like, 5 steps back. Like, they need to chill the fuck out. Like, I mean, they're just, like, and honestly, like, especially with the weird, like, no nut November, no fat dudes, like, that shit's kind of cultish, if you think about it. Like, if you break it down, like, their shit's kind of weirdly cultish. So, honestly, like, especially fuck that shit. It's like, I mean, because that shit's just fucking weird. I mean, it just is to me. I just won't say anything else besides that. It just is fucking weird and cultish-like, and just is fundamentally missing the whole real point about it. Even if it is, like, you know, at least acknowledging some of the critiques that, you know, could be made. It's like, because they're going the, like, frankly, the worst way about it, honestly, in my opinion. Because they're just fucking weird about it. Very religious-like with it. And, well, what's up, Rip City? Adam Something has a good post about it. He has really good content when he isn't blowing Ukraine bullshit out of his ass. Am I gonna have to go back towards the beginning of the stream? I guess. Listening to do this, a nuclear war wouldn't be that bad. Yes, Adam Something literally had an entire community post, and I think even a fucking video about, like, oh, nuclear war wouldn't be bad, guys. Because the like, most nukes are, like, ones that burst in the air, so thus radiation wouldn't be a problem. It's like, yeah, the fuck it would! It's like, you idiot! Yes, it would! On war in Ukraine. Yeah, because he's like a fucking literal, honestly, just gonna be blunt, a pro-NATO shill kind of guy. I don't think he is intentionally. I think he's just, you know, bought the Kool-Aid that, like, you know, being fundamentally pro-NATO and pro-Western expansionism is a good thing. And thus, by proxy means, you know, being fundamentally pro, you know, Western, you know, geopolitical, legislation, including sending weapons to places like in Ukraine, is a good thing. It's really good for your policy, other topics, so, yeah, exactly, yeah. And the thing is, like, you know, like, with Dylan Burns going on Onion Nuggets the other day, on Friday, I honestly thought that was a very good and productive conversation because, like, there was definitely some stuff that, you know, about the whole Ukraine situation that, you know, I definitely, you know, wasn't 100%, like, you know, nuanced about necessarily because of Dylan literally being Kiev. Like, you know, when that stream was going on, he was literally in Ukraine and Kiev because he's out there straight up fucking, like, you know, out there reporting, you know, on the ground about what's going on in Ukraine and shit. Like, honestly, I legitimately respect Dylan Burns in that, at minimal. Like, on that in itself, I respect him for that shit. Like, and he's told some war stories on that stream where that motherfucker is straight up nearly died a few times. Like, and that dude is, like, you know, really been through some trauma. You know, fucking, you know, like, being in Ukraine already. And it's like, there was a time where, like, he was being chased around by an artillery spotter drone, which, you know, is one of those drones that, you know, is meant to spot, you know, positions, movements, stuff like that. And they were spotted. And Dylan heard it first. Dylan Burns was the one to hear it first. He was like, "Do you hear that?" And his buddy, one of his Polish friends who happened to be, you know, with him at the time, you know, said, "No, I don't hear that." And then, you know, eventually one of his other, you know, one of the other Ukrainian soldiers, you know, yelled, "Drone, drone!" You know, and everyone fucking panicked and went all, you know, to the edge of the wood lines and shit. And, you know, like, realize, and they had like a soccer mom van, you know, to basically try to get back into, and that wouldn't start up for like 4 fucking minutes and stuff like that. And it was just like, what the fuck? You know, because they had to go back in there, you know, to try to get the fuck out of there, because they couldn't stay in the forest, you know, because eventually that drone would have spotted them there. You know, so they had to go back eventually and, you know, try to hightail it, and their soccer mom van wouldn't start for like 4 fucking minutes. And eventually, like, it did, and they were able to hightail it, and by the time they left, then the artillery, you know, fucking started hitting, but they were long gone at that point. Why didn't they shoot the drone? Because they didn't have anything to really shoot it with besides small arms fire. And they couldn't really see it, from what I understand. Like, I mean, when they initially, you know, heard it and saw it, like, they all, you know, were thinking about their safety. And by the time that happened, it, you know, fucked off somewhere else, you know, to try to spot, you know, other shit, you know, or see where they went. So at that point, they lost contact of it, you know, from what I understand about the story. I mean, it's on Onion Nuggets, like, or at least it's, you know, like, publicly uploaded now as a video, so, I mean, that war story is, you know, public. It's fucking a crazy one, though. Like, I could not imagine being in a situation like that. Like, that just sounds insane. Like, holy fuck. But nonetheless, I mean, it's like, my position about Ukraine really hasn't changed. I mean, but I mean, at least, you know, like with that conversation, you know, with what it was, I mean, at least, you know, it kind of gave me a little bit more of a broader, genuine understanding about it. I mean, especially considering the fact that, like, I mean, to a certain degree, that, like, the modernization of their military when it comes to the weapons that have been sent there has actually legitimately have helped with a lot of the counteroffenses, stuff like that. And, like, when it comes to, like, armored vehicles, because, like I said, Dylan was in a soccer mom van. Like, I mean, you know, especially being a part of a military operation and him being a journalist, you know, with other military operators, like, you would think he would be in an armored vehicle, but no, most, like, at least initially in the war, and a lot of them still do, have, like, the equivalent of soccer mom vans. It's just like, what? It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, you know, to the extent I can actually understand, you know, when it comes to, like, maybe sending Humvees or something like that, like utilitarian vehicles and shit, like, cause, you know, that are at least armored up, you know, cause they need that shit at least to some extent. I can get that. You know, I mean, it's just like, you know, things like cluster munitions and, you know, like full-on, like, you know, fighter jets and shit. Like, I mean, fuck. I mean, you know, Russia barely can hold air superiority. I don't really think we need to send that shit. And cluster munitions, like, that shit's war criminal shit. Like, that's internationally illegal. Like, why the fuck? What? Like, why are we even justifying that? Like, I mean, that's insane. I mean, so there's a lot of really insane shit that, like, honestly, America really, you know, is at fault for sure on this front. But, like, that doesn't mean that, you know, like, Russia's not innocent, because they're fundamentally at fault for the whole fucking war in the first place. And they're the ones who need to be held, you know, the Russian government fundamentally needs to be held accountable for that shit. Because, like, you know, they're the ones who started that. But, like, I mean, at the same time, America's, you know, capitalistic, industrialistic, you know, fucking, you know, fingers, you know, are, you know, definitely muddying the waters and this shit. I mean, because, like, you know, that it ain't making the situation any better. I mean, it's like we could definitely look at it a little bit more balanced, like, because, I mean, having utilitarian, infrastructural, like, humanitarian aid, medical aid, stuff like that, I mean, I'm okay with that shit. But, I mean, at this point, I mean, it's like, couldn't Europe, you know, pick up the slack when it comes to military stuff? Because I know, like, Germany, Poland, UK has been, you know, sending a lot of shit over there military-wise, and a lot of it's just, like, licensed stuff from us anyway. So it's kind of like, you know, third-party shit where they're, like, they're technically getting it from us, but they just happen to be licensed and owned by, or manufactured to a certain extent by these other countries anyway. I mean, so, I mean, it's like they're still getting it from us, you know, by third party, I mean, anyway, at that point. So, it's like, why do we, you know, it's like, I mean, why are we going that far when it comes to things like cluster munitions and shit? It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like, I mean, sending some 7.62 NATO or something like that, I guess, but sure, I can get that. But, like, I mean, all this other shit, I mean, motherfuck. It's like, goddamn. That's just gonna have far more, like, negative repercussions in the long run, more or less, than in the immediate circumstance. I mean, like, there's cluster munitions that, like, Afghan children, Middle Eastern children that are still getting, you know, blown up by, you know, because they've been there for so long. Vietnamese, you know, people, too. You know, so it's like, I mean, there's all sorts of places where cluster munitions, you know, that have been used, where a lot of them are still, you know, active, you know, lodged in the ground because it didn't go off yet. And, you know, some kid happens to walk by it, touch it or something, and blows up. Or a farmer happens to be farming his field and happens to be lodged on the ground a little bit, fucks with it, you know, like a little bit, goes, you know, his traction's going over and it blows up. I mean, shit like that. I mean, that shit happens. Like, in places like in Albania and like the Balkans stuff, like, you know, after, what was it? You know, the specific course, like in Kosovo and shit, with the Kosovars. Like, I mean, there's a lot of mines, you know, cluster munitions, and all sorts of shit that are just dotted in different little farmlands, you know, little rural areas, mountain regions, foothills, to this day, where people, even now, are still getting, you know, kind of blown up by it to a degree. Just because, I mean, there's so much of that shit, you know, still left there, you know, because of the war. I mean, even in France, I mean, like, in World War I, there's, like, you know, like, forbidden, like, zones where it's, like, fenced off, where it's, like, do not fucking go here, because, like, the chemical munitions, all the other munitions, artillery, all this other shit, it's just been so heavily dropped in those areas where it's just not even safe to even try to clean up, so they don't even bother. I mean, it's, you know, so, I mean, it's, this shit is long lasting. That type of stuff is long fucking lasting. I mean, I don't think people realize the long-term ramifications when it comes to specific munitions being used. You know, like, you know, some fucking 7.62 bullet, like, I mean, whatever. I mean, you know, it's a bullet. But, like, I mean, you know, all this other shit, that's really kind of a different story, you know, in my mind. Especially with the long-term repercussions that come with a lot of the, you know, a lot of shit, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, these cluster munitions, like butterfly mines, you know, all, you know, just minefields that, like, a third of Ukraine is a minefield. Like, it literally is. Like, pretty much all of eastern Ukraine, to some extent, is a fucking minefield. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, and most of that is not just from the war, and, you know, some of it's from the 2014, incursions and revolution there that happened with, you know, like, and also with the issues of, like, Donbass and Luhansk, and also because of World War II and World War I. I mean, so a third of Ukraine is like a fucking minefield because of, like, literally 100 years worth of warfare, and now this is adding to it. I mean, so that's just insane, like, to think about. It's like, holy shit. That's why, you know, on principle, I'm so anti-war. Like, I mean, I'm, you know, because I feel more for the Ukrainian people fundamentally, you know, in this whole situation, because they're the ones who fundamentally, at the end of the day, are going to suffer, you know, at the root of all this. They're the ones who are going to be the most fucked, regardless of whatever outcome happens. They're going to be the most fucked out of it. Because whether, you know, they win it, then they're going to be partially in debt to the West. And if they lose, then they're, you know, have like a fucking military fascist takeover of Russia, you know, basically doing a cultural genocide against them. So it's like, I mean, I guess one side is way, you know, better than the other. It's a lesser two evils thing, but they don't really win either way. Like, either be in debt or get genocided. Like, yay, great options. Excellent. Awesome choices. Sounds great for them, you know? It's like, that just doesn't really seem like a good outcome, you know? Just like, because either way, they're, you know, they're going to have to pay for that, and they're going to be, you know, suffering for it to some extent. At least there's a better outcome, you know, to, you know, being more of the West, I suppose, especially, you know, being part of EU and, you know, intertwining their economy with theirs and all this other shit. I mean, at least there's, you know, like a path towards a positive outcome with that. I mean, I'll grant that for sure. At least they would have more of a voice in that case. But still, it's like, they're just in a fucked situation. Either way. I mean, that's just like the fucking problem with it. Like, they shouldn't have to be in that in the first place. So, I mean, who's really at fault for that one? I mean, that one's pretty fucking obvious. And that's really the motherfucker who really needs to be fucking held accountable for that shit. And we know what we're talking about. Joe Biden, Zelensky. I'm just... Putin. We're obviously talking about Putin. Had to throw a curveball there real quick. But, yeah. I mean, either way, it's just like, it's just a really, either way, just kind of a lose-lose situation, I feel like, in a sense. I mean, not entirely, but it's just kind of a fucked situation. And it shouldn't have to happen, but we're in the piss water now, I guess. So it's just like one of those things where it's like, we can only really just try to advocate and push for the best outcome, and that for me is just like, you know, peace, you know, for, you know, Ukraine, you know, and for the, you know, for the Russian people that also have to, you know, deal with fucking Putin's bullshit too. Because, I mean, you know, to a certain extent, like, I mean, a lot of the, you know, Russian people also have to, you know, suffer due to Putin's autocratic fascist shit. I mean, there's a decent chunk of them that certainly do not support his ass. So it's like, I mean, I don't entirely, blame the people there either. That's, entirely. In fact, a lot of them have really been off and on, the entire war, been fighting back to a certain extent. I mean, there's been literal full-on, like, partisan, like, bombings and shit like that been going on and stuff by internal domestic, like, partisan groups and shit. So, I mean, they are making, their point made to an extent when it comes to the people there. It's their fucking government. And their government is an imperialistic, autocratic, fascistic, government, and that's what they are. When it comes to, like, Putin's, grip there. That's fundamentally, the fucking problem. I mean, it's like, I just, at the end of the day, don't really see what the total fucking outcome of what's, gonna be as a result of all this. I see him as an unpredictable fuck, for sure. So if things really get to a fulcrum point, in that war, and with Russia's economy and their stability, like, I think that motherfucker could do some really serious shit that would not be good. I mean, that's just kind of the thing that I worry about, really. Not just the war prolonging, but that, adding to the fact that it will, accelerate, Russia's collapse, which, depending on how that rolls, I mean, Putin will react, to a certain degree that will be disastrous, I think to his extent to the entire globe. So that motherfucker needs to just, like, well, honestly, just die. I mean, I'm just gonna be blunt with that one. I don't even give a fuck about Minecraft on that one. Like, Vladimir Putin just straight needs to just croak and die. Like, he needs to go away. Even if there was, like, some sort of, like, oligarchical, like, leadership of, Russia at that point that at least, was a little bit more lax about the West and shit, that, honestly, that would be better for Russia. I mean, it's still, I wouldn't even like that, but that still would be better for the Russian people, though. It's, because at least it wouldn't be, the fascist shithole that they're in now. And hopefully more of them rise up. Because a lot of them been making their point made to an extent. I mean, hell, there's even, like, a really strong underground punk scene. Like, there's a really big punk band that's somewhat known, at least, from different progressive and lefty types that, at least, somewhat called Pussy Riot. And they're from Russia. I don't think they live there anymore, but I know they're based out of there. And a lot of their punk music is actually pretty good. Hardcore lefty feminist advocates, and they literally have been beaten by police. Like, they have music videos where, they've uploaded that it's them literally getting beaten by cops, where the song is about them standing up against cops and shit like that. So they're radical when it comes to their values and their views. Like, Pussy Riot is fucking based. They're a really good band to check out. At least just, for a lot of their activism, if not for their music, especially. I like the issue about, like, I poked fun at this woman a few times. I didn't know I was making fun of mentally impaired and mentally impaired and ill. Who is it? You don't have a man, though? Thank God. Thank God for men, because I can't do this. Pearl Davis. Who is this bitch? Wait, why does she look familiar? Oh my god, why does she look so fucking familiar, dude? Oh, she's just Pearly Things. Oh my god, that's who this bitch is? Yeah, wait, you don't have a man, though. And also, H3 literally made you look like a dumb fuck. You got bitch made by Ethan Klein, dude. Ethan Klein made you look like a bitch. Like an idiot. And what do you mean you can't do this? It's fucking easy. Are you that much of an idiot? Are you stupid? Oh my god, she's purposely being a fucking moron, dude. Dude, she really is a grifter, isn't she? Oh, she really is a grifter, isn't she? I don't think she's mentally impaired. I think she's just straight up a grifter. There's no way she believes this shit, dude. She's just straight getting paid to do that. She has a fat fucking salary to do this. This just looks disturbing. I know, dude. She looks fucking weird. Like, honestly, like, I thought Elon Musk looked like a fucking alien, but, dude, she kind of looks like an alien, dude. Tell me this isn't a skin suit, because, yeah, she looks like an alien wearing a skin suit, bro. That's not even sexist shit, because, honestly, I'm comparing her to Elon Musk, who I think is also a fucking weird-ass alien. And also, I guess Zuckerberg, too, because he's definitely, at least, at minimum, an android. He's at least an android. You know, so it's like, I mean, you know, like, I mean, comparing her to, like, other dudes, you know, who are wearing skin suits. I mean, there's also Nancy Pelosi who has a skin suit, so, you know, hey. Zuckerberg, you fools, you will blow our cover! No! Rick Clinton, oh god, don't even remind me of that fucking freak. Don't even remind me. Oh my god. Why? Oh man, you just had to do that to me, did you? You just had to do that to me. Ugh. I need to scrub that from my memory. Oh my god. I don't even want to know what she looks like right now. I really don't. She probably looks like a fucking freakazoid mummy demon creature. I mean, she already did, but like, she probably is like even. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I just genuinely don't want to know. Right here. Alright, go check out Reddit, see what's going on over there. What do you think out with the Pat? He overstepped his boundary. I'm sorry, Madam First Lady. Grabs him by the throat. That's Madam President. This just sucks his soul out like a mummy. I mean, maybe. I feel like he just probably, you know, angered God in some way. What the fuck? Spotted in Albuquerque? What the fuck? Do you have enough flags, bro? So you have, like, Confederate... Oh my god, I didn't even notice the American flag has Trump on it. Oh my god. So we have, like, Nazi-like battle flags of the Confederacy. A Jewish flag? Like, the Israeli flag? You know, the Trump America flag. What the fuck is going on here? Back. Just back. Dude, why do you have a fucking core? Why is that hanging out in the trunk? What is this? Who the fuck is this crackhead, dude? Is this Mike Lindell's car? Oh my god, what the fuck? The Contrarian Mobile? I don't even, oh my god, that is just... I mean, I don't even, like, oh my god. I don't even know, like, I don't even know how to respond to that one. Is that wrong that they, I'm just gonna read some of these comments, maybe that might help. It's not wrong that they love Israel, but hate Jewish people. It's kind of ironic. Oh, someone replied, they hate the Arabs more. Well, yeah, I guess that's kind of true. They hate them more, so. Because they're brown in comparison to, you know. I guess, you know, what they consider, you know, Israelis, which are, I guess, they're, you know, in their minds, so. Not as bad. Even though I guess they literally control the entire world and are fundamentally, you know, the root of all the world's problems, you know, so I guess they're somehow not as bad as the Arabs, though, so I guess, why did they never make sense? I'm not even going to try to even make sense of that. Because they're just fucking insane anyway. What awareness is going on here? Just want to celebrate Ren. Well, oh, there's some titty bitty. Well, I'm glad they have a screen up, because it's a wrestling match, but a woman won in a wrestling match, and she literally just threw them bitties out. God damn. Well, okay. Well, alright. Well, I guess she did that. Alright. Okay, cool. I guess she decided to, you know, just throw them bitties out for the victory. You know, yeah, hey, respect. Okay, cool. Hey, you know what? Can't dog on that. I just can't show it. I would, but I just can't. Come on here, let me actually go back up there so I can check out Public Freak Out. There's always, you know, fun, interesting things on here. Guys who glued their hand to the ground. Wait, that guy's having a fit. What's going on with this dude? They're all speaking German. That guy had a little anger moment. What, like... Scheiße! Oh, is he trying to get it? Is he trying to rip his hand off of the fucking ground? Well, don't. Why are you doing that? Oh my god. Okay, why? Well, okay, like I get this whole idea about like, you know, doing a sit-in, but why the fuck are you gluing your hands to the ground? Like, just don't do that. Like that just seems like counterintuitive, because like once you're done with the whole protest, you're kind of stuck there. Like, I mean, you know, because if not, then you're basically gonna have to rip like a chunk of your fucking skin off. Like, I mean, or have it scraped away and I get a sit-in. I get the idea. I get the whole concept of what they're doing here, but like, don't use fucking glue. Just sit there. And you know what? If you want to make it a point where you ain't gonna be moved or something, then, I don't know, like get a bunch of cinder blocks and chain yourselves up to it or something, or chain yourselves up to a pole or something. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a lot more productive ways to do that. What they were just doing, because that just seemed a little ridiculous. I mean, I think they were like, were they like striking workers or something? Like, I mean, because it looked like they were in like, you know, vests, so I'm assuming they were like striking workers. I'm assuming, like, you know, maybe workers on strike. I have no idea what the context is, honestly. But I mean, either way, I mean, you would. Oh wait. Oh, I guess, okay, someone actually shared an article. There were climate protesters. Okay, were they this Just Stop Oil dudes? Go in here. Let me click the auto. Yeah, let me see this. Porsche Museum. Wait, so climate protesters glued themselves to a Porsche Museum. I need to go to the bathroom. Climate change activists, protest industries, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's Just Stop Oil. I knew it. It was. Man, of course, dude, honestly, that movement is partially a fucking sign, because they're literally there to make fucking environmentalists look bad. I mean, they literally that's what they're about. In fact, they even mentions it in this article. It's like, you know, one of their big incidents is when they threw tomato soup on Van Gogh painting. in London. So, I mean, like, they're purposely, you know, there to be bad actors. So, honestly, fuck them. Cross channel the two at a flat cycling. Okay, there's just other incidents, I guess. Man, they got a record. The protesters for several requests for veto. Blah. Okay, whatever. Does this describe anything about the specific incident? Oh, okay, here we go. You can't likely think of it as happening in some shrubs. Play medical treatment because the hands were sore and moaned that they couldn't get to the toilet. Oh my god. They refused to request to provide us a bowl to urinate navigated in a decent manner while we were glued. If we can't order our food, we must use one provided by Volkswagen. Lights off, random unannounced checks by security guards with bright torches. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This is why you don't do this. These fucking idiots. Oh my god. Like, that, look, that's just... This is why you don't do that. Like, I mean, you don't glue yourself to the fucking road. Like, don't do that. Like, I get the whole idea of a sit-in and all this shit. I mean, I get the whole premise, but, like, don't be, like, gluing yourself to the floor and the ground. Like, don't do that. Like, oh my god. Because then, like, you might need to take a deuce or some shit, and then you're stuck there. And, yeah, then you got that going on. And then also, it's just, like... The idea of, like, ripping your hand off of the asphalt because you're glued to it, like, ow. That sounds hurt. That sounds painful. I don't want that. Oof. Like, just don't glue yourself. Just don't glue yourself to the road. Just you know, like, you know, your advice from Ignar tonight. Just don't glue yourself to the road. I mean, oh my god. Is there anything else to the story? What Express left out was the reason it could remain a process because he removed by a potential medical issue was being held by police. The remaining 8 persons along 6 scientist rebellion members. Wait, so there's another movement? Scientist rebellion? I don't know about that one. Haven't heard of them. Members who weren't glued, staying in place for the night and to Friday morning. Well, wow. Oh my god. So Scientist Rebellion were smart, didn't glue themselves, and they were able to do a sit-in for the entire night up to the following morning and didn't have to fucking, like, you know, shit the bed unintentionally. Like... Well, I can see... It's just... Jesus Christ. I mean, I can see who's, you know, actually, you know... got a good idea about how to do a sit-in versus, you know, like a sit-in protest versus, you know, the other group. Because just Stop Oil, like I said, like, they really just, like, make these environmentalist activists, you know, just, like, straight-up bad actors. Or, like, straight try to make them look bad. I mean, that's what they try to do. I mean, and also, like, because they're partly funded by, like, you know, different billionaire groups and shit, which are affiliated with different fossil fuel industries and shit. So it's, like... They're purposely meant to make environmentalists look bad. Like, that's their whole intention. So I'm not really surprised they decide to have a few people who are paid enough to be stupid to do shit like this. Like, ugh. Or at least people gullible enough to do it. I said, the most recent post on Office Twitter page, the police took action against the other actors for criminal proceedings on initiative for trespass, corruption, and property damage. And boo-hoo, whatever. Assuming they get a chance to swing by before then, and stay tuned for protesters to start showing up with backpacks full of food and toiletries and bales of kitty litter. Kitty litter! Oh my god! What the fuck? Man, they had to like put a pile of kitty litter for these people. Oh my god, dude! Why? See that. That's why you don't do that. Don't glue yourself to fucking shit, man. Like, cause you end up like embarrassing yourself more than not. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, there's plenty of, you know, crazy shit that can happen at protests for sure and stuff. But I mean, dude, I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, my lord, that's just ridiculous. Oh my lord. I mean, I've seen some pretty ridiculous shit at protests before, honestly. I mean, straight up. But, like, honestly, like, I mean, that really kind of takes the cake. I mean, what it's just what the fuck, man? They glued themselves to the road and had to take a shit, and then other people had to show up with fucking kitty litter to help them. Oh my god. Bruh, why? What, Germany? What is going on? Germany, you need to explain yourself. What's going on? Guys, are y'all okay over there? Something going on over there that we need to know about? I mean, my lord. Aggravated customer goes demon over Duncan? Oh my god, this is a 4-minute interaction. Oh my god, you know what? We're sitting in for the long haul. Fuck it. Oh my god, I could already tell by her pajama pants that you got yourself a real grade A Karen right here. We already got one. I already can tell. Those pajama pants say it all, dude. Those pajama pants say it all.
What do I need to do? I don't need to do anything. What are you gonna do to me? Exactly.
Kick you out, or you know, call the cops and have them escort you out for trespassing because you're being belligerent.
Exactly. You register me. I will be.
Oh my god, that poor little baby kid that's just, oh my god, the random mom with her little baby just like passing the screen. Dude, I feel bad for them. Oh my god, I honestly do feel bad for them. That poor kid being exposed to this bullshit.
Now tell me to calm down. Now tell me to be quiet. You better get my.
Are you just slamming change on the ground? Or what are you slamming change on the fucking, like, counter? Like, yeah, like, that's gonna make people, like, you know, that's gonna make the employee here be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I actually just realized, you know what? I am wrong. You know, you are actually, you know, very calm, and actually, you know, you are in the correct, situation here, and I will correct everything that I did here, because I am fundamentally nothing but in the wrong. I'm nothing but a cog and an extra arm for you. That's it. Like, yeah, that's because that's how it works. Oh wait, she'll slam my keys down. I can see her keys there.
Everybody better get my money before I start having a get my money, put it on me.
Man, at this point, you know, if it were me, I would have kicked her the fuck out at this point. I'd be like, nah, you're done, out, you're gone. Nope. 40 seconds in, and you'd be like, nope, we're gone, you're done. Whatever fucking financial exchange, whatever transaction just happened, that's it. Nope, you're done. Did you get your shit? Oh, too bad. Well, the transaction over. Gone. Out. Nope, you're done. Like, I mean, at this point, nah, I wouldn't. This is like zero tolerance bullshit right here. And, oh my god, we're not even a minute, and this is a 4-minute, dude. Were they just like...
No, don't be so. Give me my money in my hand like I gave it to you.
Oh, what, you want a refund? Well, no, you ain't getting one. As far as I give a shit.
Got kids and everything. But who you...
Oh, wait, oh my god, she literally tried to look out the rest of the crowd. To be like, yo, you agree with me, right? Oh, dude, Karens do this, dude. Like, dude, like, Karens will do this shit. Like, I've seen different Karen videos where, like, they'll try to, like, look at the rest of the crowd and be like, you're on my side, right? It's like, no. Why do you think someone's recording you? Because they're not on your side. Because they're an idiot. You're freaking out for no fucking reason. You're freaking out over a coffee and some donuts. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ. Well, call the police or whoever we need for. Okay, well, well, hey, guess what? You're trespassing now, and you're out. And if you don't want to leave, then hey, okay, sure. You want to play that game? Fuck it. Apparently, she dropped something there. She don't give a fuck.
I don't care who it is. Get your man to tell you whoever you need to. I don't care who you is. Somebody better tell me something.
You know, honestly, I just gotta realize, I think one of these employees might be Muslim, actually. I wish I could zoom in, but I'm pretty sure, like, she's wearing a hijab or something like that. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's not like the full body one. It's like, you know, the one that kind of, you know, wear around the shoulders and stuff. I mean, so I think... Is she freaking the fuck out over because, you know, she has, like, like, an employee that she has to deal with what happens to me? Is this, like, some, like, you know, religious bigot shit? Is that what's going on here? I mean, I guess that'll depend on what she says, if I, you know, happen to hear what she says.
I will beat the shit out your employee if she ever throw anything
What? Okay, you know what? I don't even care about, you know, what, you know, my assumption. Like, that in itself is just like, what? Oh, you're gonna beat the shit. Oh, dude, that would be, you know, like, in all 50 states, you know, like, it don't really fucking matter what, you know, corporate will say to you. You're in your legal right, you know, as a human being to defend yourself. Like, if that shit happens, like, you know, and they start throwing hands, you got every right to defend yourself. Like, I mean, if corporate wants to fire you and all that shit, you're absolutely in your right to sue and fucking get a settlement or fucking get some money out of that shit. Because, like, I mean, you're not paying enough to fucking, you know, get a beaten or get attacked and shit. Like, so you're in your absolute right in all 50 fucking states, you know, to fucking, you know, like, defend yourself in this shit. Like, if they want to start threatening that shit, you're absolutely in the right to kick them, one, kick them the fuck out, and two, if they start throwing hands on you, to defend yourself. Like, you're in your legal right. Legally, you are absolutely in your fucking right. Because at that point, it don't really fucking matter if you're an employee or not. Like, you're getting attacked. Who the fuck is this guy trying to, like, you know, be like, trying to calm her down, like, rub her back? Is it your boyfriend trying to, like, you know, simp for you? White knight for your ass?
No, I'm not moving. Somebody better go behind here. Give me my
Well, the cops will move you then.
Get my order, and that's that.
You ain't getting your order. How about that, bitch? You ain't getting your orders. Oh, wow, you're throwing your jacket off? What are you gonna do? Oh wait, this guy's actually trying to stop her. Okay, I see what this guy's doing. He's trying to chill her out. Okay, yeah, you know what? Like, at this point, like, you know, she needs to, one, get kicked the fuck out, and two, at this point, you know, like, charged for attempted assault and battery. Like, I mean, fuck this bitch. I mean, fuck this psycho Karen, dude. I mean, you know, like, dude, why are there so many weird fucking psycho Karens like this? I'm so glad I live in an area that does not have motherfuckers like this. Like, I mean, I've had to deal with some Karens before, but oh my god, I'm so glad I've never had to deal with, like, some crazy-ass Karens like this in a while. I think there's literally, I think it was the fourth, like, the last fourth, you know, just, you know, a couple weeks ago, like, I think that was the only time where I, you know, encountered a legit, like, full-fledged, unadulterated Karen in the wild. Like, I mean, I've dealt with ones who I would consider borderline Karen or kind of skirting that edge, but I've never dealt with a full-fledged Karen, I think, up until that point. You know, even at, you know, in my workplace. And I, you know, honestly, I've dealt with some pretty Karen-like people. You know, but, like, this shit right here, oh my god, I am so fucking glad I live in an area that does not have this shit. I'm just so happy for that shit. I mean, I feel bad for everyone else that has to deal with motherfuckers like this and, you know, piece of shit, you know, that, you know, act like this. I mean, because no one should have to deal with this. I mean, like, no one should have to deal with this type of fucking abuse. Whether they're, you know, on the clock or not or whatever besides. Like, I mean, because it's just straight fucking bullshit. Oh my god, I love how, you know what, I just started realizing, like, half of this fucking Dunkin' Donuts is, like, active in this now. Like, half of the fucking, like, like, half of the fucking, like, you know, audience of this is, like, trying to, like, you know, move around and I don't even know what. Like, the shit's just gone chaotic. Like, oh my god.
Come on, calm down.
I don't think telling her to calm down is gonna do shit besides make her more pissed.
Throw my fucking money at me.
You ain't getting your money back. That transaction's done. Like, you're like, be lucky you haven't been kicked out yet, lady. My God.
Mister, don't touch me.
Don't touch you? You're the one who attempted to assault the employees, you crazy bitch. What are you talking about? What?
I'm very calm. I'm very okay until you.
I mean, you should be, like, on the ground and have a citizen's arrest on your ass. Like, I mean, that's what the fuck should be going on. Like, what the fuck you mean don't touch you? Like, I mean, what? You should be lucky no one put you on the ground to fucking hold you down.
Put the money in my face.
I'll pick it up. Hey, I'll pick it up for you.
No, you don't pick it up. That's not the principle.
Okay, I'll
The
take
point.
That ain't the principle. You have violated so many social principles, like, within, like, the last, like, frankly, probably, like, 5 minutes, you know, like, you know, of this entire fucking interaction, and we only have 2.5 minutes of it. You violate so many different, like, principles of, like, just basic social decorum that you don't get the fucking right to, you know, dictate what is, like, principled or not, you fucking freak. Like, I mean, what? Like, I mean, like, honestly, the only principle thing you could do, lady, is walk the fuck out and just leave. Just walk away. Go. Like, I mean, oh my God. Like, Jesus. You know, why, you know, honestly, like, I mean, you know, at a certain point, like, you know, if someone gets frustrated at the service of an establishment, you think, honestly, the most, you know, like, mature thing would be, you know, be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave. You would think, honestly, that'd be the most mature thing to do. Because, honestly, to me, it would be. Like, if I honestly was, like, in service, I'm like, you know what, this is just ridiculous, I would just fucking leave. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just out. I'm leaving then. You know, it's like, I don't care if I haven't paid for my shit, I don't care if you know, didn't get my shit, whatever the fuck, I don't care, I'm out, you know, like, if service is that bad, I'll just do that shit, I'll just be like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out, because, like, this is ridiculous. I've honestly never had to do that, but it's a principle that I have in my mind, in case, you know, like, if there's a situation where I could, I guess, be a Karen about, like, I mean, I would just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna walk away for a minute and just leave and find somewhere else to go. You know, because honestly, it ain't fucking worth it. And I've been on the receiving end of this shit too. So I know how, like, service workers, you know, whether, like, at a bar, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, grocery stores, whatever the fuck, like, I know how they fucking feel because it's all the same type of shit. I mean, it might be different styles of work, but when it comes to the root, it's service work, it's customer service work, and it's retail work, and you have to deal with people. You have to deal with random motherfuckers with their little requests, their little, like, specific, you know, proclivities, all these different little things. And, you know, sometimes you get some, you know, kind of some dickish people. And, you know, at the very minimal, as long as they're at least, you know, chill enough to just, like, you know, get their shit and do their thing or whatever the fuck, whatever. But, like, there is at least, like, some basic social principle of respect, right? Like, when it comes to this type of stuff, because, like, there needs to be. Because, like, this type of shit is not that. Like, there ain't no principle of social decorum or respect going on here for anybody. Not for the customers, not for the, especially not for the employees, and not even for yourself. As a Karen, you know, freaking out over this. There's not even respect for yourself in this situation. There's no respect for anything. And that's, like, the most pathetic thing of it all. It's like, I mean, like, how sad. Like, I mean, it's like, and how sad of these fucking people. To feel like this is the only fucking power and the only, like, ability they feel like they have control over people's lives. Is that, you know, like, or, you know, in their own life, you know, to be able to try to, like, you know, dictate and fuck on everyone else's day and ruin their shit. I mean, it's like, that's just fucked. I mean, it just really shows how, like, shallow and really sad and troubled those type of people are. I mean, because, like, you know, I got bad days. I get, you know, there's times where I have a shitty day and I might go get a burrito or go, you know, get a burger or something like that, or whatever the fuck, go to a bar. And, you know, I don't bring my bad day on them. You know, I might be like, hey, you know, my day ain't, you know, totally great, but, you know, hey, you know, I'm chugging along. You know, I don't, you know, because the thing is, like, I don't want to bring that on them. Like, because, you know, like, they're trying to do their job. I do my job just as much as they're trying to do their shit, because I work in the same type of industry. And it's just unnecessary. Like, this type of shit is just unnecessary. Like, there really needs to be, like, a serious fucking, like, I don't know, like, I want to say crackdown, but I don't even know if it's the best word for it. But honestly, I guess that's all I got. You know, there needs to be a crackdown on these fucking Karens, dude. Because, like, I mean, these motherfuckers, man, they ruin it for everybody. For themselves, for us as workers, when it comes to having to deal with them, for the customers, you know, behind them that have to, like, wait and just suffer, you know, over their bullshit. Like, the whole shebang. This is bullshit. Like, no one has to deal with that. It's just like, fuck. It's just like, I mean, fuck Karens. I just really despise the shit out of them. Ugh, man. I feel like at least we saw, I think, what we had to see over that one anyway, so, yeah. Aye. What of a psychological in-depth analysis, you know, to wrap everything up with. About Karens. Aye. Dios mío. But I don't know so much. I know for the rest of my night, I'm definitely going to have to at least get a couple of my little videos uploaded that I got going, and then at least, yeah, get some food, all that fun shit. I actually have a burrito I didn't totally finish up eating last night that I have in the fridge. So I'm going to at least reheat that. Maybe have some pizza on top of that. Just have a mishmash and just go true stoner fest. A true stoner fiesta of just absurdity. Because why not? Why the fuck not? You just need like a full-on stoner munch mode every now and then, you know what I mean? Every now and then, the vibe just hits you. It just hits you. And tonight, it's just one of those nights. I'm on a vibe night. So, you know what? Here, I don't want to make sure this ain't clogged. Pack these too deep sometimes. Anywho. I shall see y'all in that next one, so peace out. And of course, I hope y'all have an enjoyable, fun little evening, or morning, or afternoon, whatever the fuck it is. Who knows? Time is merely nothing but just a concept. Anyway, so peace out. See y'all then, whenever that is.